want to draw stuff, and then you guys can
Also,
fill the noise.
I see you've been
Kind of an
posting.
odd composition with, like, it's almost like there's like an S curve going on, but like the feet are kind of partially a focal point, which is an interesting choice.
Yeah. I did this for the Foot Friends.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I would say I would expand the composition a little bit more to the left, so that the figure on the left has a bit more room to breathe.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
I think that it would do better if both of the figures had kind of like an equivalent space from the borders, and then all of your, I guess the asymmetry in the piece, or how like the asymmetrical relation would just be like how the figures are more toward the center rather than to the sides, if that makes sense. I think that the sides, or the furthest sides, should be more symmetrical in how things are laid out, and then as you get to the center already, you kind of get more of this kind of a more triangular shape that's led into.
Yeah. I was working through a triangle. Yeah, you got it. Actually, this is what's it called. I was trying to do like I don't know. I heard Paling just uses triangles for everything, so I was like, well, if he uses triangles for everything, let's start with the composition. And so I tried to make it as triangular as possible. It kind of came out as a rhombus though, so it's two triangles. I don't know if that makes it worse or better.
I think that's fine. I don't think that's I don't think that's bad. I think that you just need to, again, just like space out the.
Yeah, it is a little cramped. It is a little
bit.
cramped.
Yeah, keep everything still in the center the way it is. Just really just expand the canvas to the left, and you're fine.
So I was gonna say, I came across a YouTube channel ages ago.
Let me click on your stream. What?
It was some guy just showing kids how to kick footballs, like trick shots.
Yeah, just
into the
about every
goal.
part of like kids YouTube seems to have a lot of like unwarranted subscribers. Maybe that's just because children are very easily entertained.
Yeah, but this kid was like, I'm gonna show you around my warehouse that I own, and it was just like a bunch of soccer goals, and all he did
Wow.
was just kick them in, and it's just like, this is it, this is the whole fucking thing.
I think children's YouTube channels just kind of have the benefit of bringing in a demographic that normally just wouldn't even be on YouTube, where you have parents that are just like, okay, I need to get little Timmy on his iPad so he stops bothering me.
Autoplay, basically.
Yeah, and I'll have it autoplay. Yeah, and so all of these kids' YouTube channels get views from just a huge demographic that normally no other YouTubers would get. And so then they get stuff like Spider-Man and Elsa like finger each other, and then
Oh my
god.
No, I mean that's a cogent analysis. I would say that's fairly accurate.
Just
why is...
hide Maoist propaganda inside toy reviews.
Yeah.
What?
Why would you do that?
I don't think that's happened, but it seems like something that would happen.
It really does, dude.
Oh my god, my chat isn't working. I totally forgot to do something, and now it's broken. That's okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just use Twitch chat for today, I guess, and not use the other chats. And tomorrow I'll fix it. It's no big deal. Okay.
I don't know, like imagine you're like chatting with your 4-year-old. They're making like standard kiddie remarks. Then like you bring up Chinese politics, Xi Jinping. You find out your 4-year-old actually has like extremely strongly positive opinions of the Chinese prime minister.
China pretty basic, actually.
Like, we don't even watch the news with you. Why do you know this man's name?
Oh, you look like Winnie the Pooh.
Mummy, I'm worried about Xiaoping. It's like, what? What?
They're saying mean things about him on the internet.
They're saying mean things about Xiaoping on the internet. What?
We're not even gonna warm up. Just gonna go for it. Whatever.
Who needs to warm up? I don't warm up.
I like to warm up. I like to have a little bit of...
Can you imagine, like, being a parent and you're like, would you like another brother or sister? Xiaoping says that's bad. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Chinese policy at this point actually wants to up the birth rate
Right. Yes, they have the
because it never
two-child
recovered from
policy.
the one-child policy. So
Yes.
Make baby now is the new slogan.
I saw a documentary on this actually. It was pretty bad. They were just, stealing kids from families and donating them to America. Not exactly sure how the other side of that moral equation worked. It's like, yeah, we'll take these kids, not a problem. Just take them off your hands. No big deal. But yeah.
yeah, no. My friend from Vietnam, her cousin was found like years after. Like they weren't sure if she died or something like that, but she essentially got abducted and sold to a Chinese family as like a wife for their son. And yeah, like just because of, I'm not sure if like the human trafficker put her on some cocktail of drugs. She just had barely any recollection.
Jesus
What if we used foreign Chinese children as child organ donors
Wow, that's pretty
for
based.
research and
Development.
for I don't know, just general like medical use?
It's good that we're getting this out of our system before Darna starts.
Oh no,
I mean, he is
been
streaming
going
right now.
for a while,
yeah, it's been going.
It's been going.
Oh
bro.
dear.
Yeah,
we're
it's
done.
okay.
Oh,
I
dear.
think we
Chinese
haven't
is-
as long as like we don't let anything like too crazy fly. I think it's fine. Like
the
I mean,
CCP are
I think
moving
you
into
guys
our
can
position right
understand
now.
what we're talking about. Wink, wink.
That's true.
Say no more. You know.
Say no more. Say no more.
At least one person is.
But yeah, I don't know. I could see us using foreign child donations for some really fucked up shit. Like, why not?
Yeah.
All right, that's not.
Yeah. I guess from our side, I think they are still trying to do like a humanitarian effort. So we're not in that and anarcho-capitalist libertarian framework just yet. I think.
I remember
Soon,
when I was like,
soon.
I remember when I was
Well,
like,
well, I mean, I hope that synthetic organs get to the point that it becomes actually more expensive for the unethical approach. But I don't know. It does seem like life is getting even cheaper around the
Joe,
world. So
have you ever seen the film Rabbit Proof Fence?
no, that sounds strange.
My mum made me watch it when I was like 10. I didn't understand a fucking bit of it. It's about, so basically in Australia they had like a big fence called the Rabbit Proof Fence,
Okay.
and it was supposed to keep the rabbits out, but instead what it did, it was an excuse to break up Aboriginal camps and then like take the kids away. And
Oh yeah. That's how the colonies did it. Yeah.
I think it was something like, yeah, within 2 generations you can breed out the abo part. Like it was like a real like fucking.
Wow.
But I remember watching it and I was like 10 and I was just like, so when does the fence come in? And I was like, no, it's deeper. I was like, right, yeah. I was really
And
focused
your
on the
mom
fucking
just
fence.
decided that this was the material that, not Winnie the Pooh or Disney movies, not that sort of propaganda, but just straight up,
Well, I used
that.
to. My mum was really, because I don't want to say I was a gifted child, but like I was smart. I was smart, and they were like, "Oh, get him into science." Like the school was like, "Get him into science." So I used to read like doctors.
Well, like what? How did you display your smarts?
I don't know. I was a fucking kid. I don't know. Maybe I was just autistic, and they were like, "Wow, that's
It's
smart."
It's like that
But-
Hyde episode. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy, he can set up an email. Oh my god, he's gonna be a CEO someday.
I
little
was
kid
just
that
thinking
kind of
like,
thing.
yeah, I was
But I
just
think they
thinking
got
like
wrong
he
end of the
does
stick.
well in school, but he also kind of has like a weird tick. He's just like, and it's like, oh,
that
he's
sounds
getting
like
A
Cromwell.
pluses. He's getting A pluses. So he must be he must be like an idiot savant or something like that.
There was
Mm.
this kid, there was this kid that I went to school with who he was really fucking smart. He used to get A pluses, but he was the biggest cunt you've ever fucking met. Like he used to like throw books at the teachers and stuff. And
Yeah, it does sound like a developmental disorder.
like
The
he
book
just used
to
to
the
just
face.
lob a book at the fucking teacher. And
Oh my god.
they used to be like, we want to suspend him, but we can because he makes like the stats of
Yeah.
the school go up because he gets A+
Yeah.
in everything.
I was-
And
I guess he was smart
knows-
enough to realize he could get away with it.
Yeah, he knew, dude. In one lesson, he locked the teacher in the storage closet and then just went and then turned to the classroom. It's just like, right, I'm gonna fuck off, and just left the classroom. And we were just like, and the teacher was there in the fucking closet, like just going like this, going.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's good folly. Man.
And no one wanted to let her out because then you'd be a fucking virgin if you did. But then you also need.
Wait,
you were
what?
well, if you let her
Out of the
out, then you were
closet.
going to be a fucking nerd, right? Because if you let her
Yeah.
out, it's like, you'd never live it down. But at the same time, can she give out after school detentions to the entire class?
Like no one fucking lets her out, so she just
What,
like fucking.
Did collective punishment not happen in your grade?
Oh, as if she's going to fill out the paperwork for fucking 31 children in a fucking classroom because they didn't have. Like, we're not like Maoist China. It's not like one guy did a thing.
I was
and then
coming
we
up a
all-
lot in this talk.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
Maybe,
so
maybe
Yeah.
we've been
I feel
I'm
like
part
we've
of this.
misunderstood. We've misunderstood. What was it? Not Poe's law. It's
Godwin's law.
Godwin's law.
Oh.
Mo's law. Mo's law.
Godwin's
No, that guy
law.
was a cunt, but he did get the sickest grades. I bet he's a doctor or something now, and he's just like, yeah, fuck you, I'm smart. I don't know.
Lack of patient in the closet.
Yeah, maybe.
And he can't
You know,
get
he really
fired
was-
because
yeah.
he's sued for discrimination.
He's just
Perfect.
too good. He solves every fucking like doctor case, and he's just like, yeah, go ahead, fire me, let people die, go on.
What?
No, I think you're describing
you
the
think
plot to
Davis
Dr.
can
House.
deal with a acute pulmonary depression?
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh,
that was the
God.
guy I went to school with. I mean,
I think I
Rebecca
fucked up.
Dart. R Dart. That you definitely don't want your fucking Twitter handle to be R Dart.
Oh, did you find that tweet?
Yeah, I did. I scrolled
Oh
up and
my
I was like,
God.
I fucking hate this.
It's so bad.
And their name is actually R Dart, and I'm just like, you understand how that like phonetically just makes you sound like an idiot. But yeah, fuck. Yeah, I hate this.
Yeah. I saw
Imagine having your portfolio reviewed by this person.
Yeah, I saw it. I
I-
felt pretty strongly about it, which is like I usually don't like post anything like that, but I mean I just saw this and I was like, why? Why would you say
That
something
kid-
like this? It's so bad. It's just so bad.
that kid, by the way, we used to do a thing in school called compulsory religious education. No, it's called Core RE, and it was compulsory education to learn about other people's cultures and stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
And we were given this task, and it was like, what do you value most in life? What do you value? And it was like a pyramid. It was like what was it? The hybrid system of needs.
The
think we're
hierarchy
Oh,
of needs.
Maslow's hierarchy of
Maslow's,
needs.
yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Every time that comes up,
Nerds.
yeah. People,
Right.
people,
You
anyone
knew
who
it
brings
too,
that up.
Dennis.
is,
Yeah,
uh,
of course. I took sociology.
So yeah.
Oh,
so
hopefully
that-
not as a major, did you?
No. I'm not
Okay.
that. I'm not that
So-
far gone.
So it was like a pyramid, and we had to like put stuff in, and it started off like the low one, like what can you live without, and then the top one was like what do you need every day. And this kid who was a complete cunt put in every single box anal,
Okay.
and
Wow.
the teacher like came over and like looked over the shoulder and like, excuse me, is that appropriate? And he went, fuck yeah, it is. And it's just like,
And this was a kindergarten class.
no, he was like
Oh.
15, 16, I guess.
Oh.
that's pretty normal.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
pretty
I
normal.
figured. I was like, man, we jumped a couple years, I guess, because yeah, I didn't know anything about that when I was in preschool.
Yeah, we
These
didn't
are
have
some
anyone that
advanced
cool in our
kids.
grade.
We used
Didn't know anyone that was that. that-
teacher, that same teacher used a Spider-Man movie to demonstrate a philosophical dilemma, an ethical dilemma. You know that bit in Spider-Man 1 where the
Wait. When the trolley car was like,
Yeah.
Oh
Mary
my
Jane in the trolley car. She was like, "Now let's watch this."
It's
It's just-
literally the
bring it-
trolley problem, but in
Yeah.
movie form.
She had
The
to
thing
bring
is,
out-
Did they
from what I
not
remember
trust
about
you
that
to
scene, that actually
understand?
that doesn't even really seem like it would really
Because he manages to
demonstrate very
save
well
both
that,
of
like
them.
he doesn't. Yeah, there's no like he's not making some sort of choice.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't you just flip the
Yeah, like
switch
it's
twice?
literally just like there's a trolley. Was the teacher actually so retarded that they were like, "This is the trolley problem because there's a trolley in it."
Yeah,
It-
maybe.
But the thing is, it also like grounds the dilemma itself in an even more fantastical sheen because neither Spider-Man nor Green Goblin exist in reality. So it's sort of like it
Well,
makes the possibility of
I
being
think it's
placed in the
fine.
dilemma.
I think it's fine to demonstrate like a philosophical idea using like a metaphor in a film that is
Sure,
either
sure.
like more or less like
Yeah.
connected to the thing. It's just that in that movie, it just doesn't seem like it's literally just like dead trolley in it,
Uh-huh.
and it's a problem.
Just
It's a
like
trolley problem.
it's just like my Marvel movies. This is
It's just like
it's a-
Like
sorry,
I also like to
that's a
imagine
deep
that
reference. My
Krunkle's
bad.
teacher didn't just show like the single isolated clip, but rather the entire movie just to get to that one part.
Ooh, it's coming up! It's coming up! It's coming up! Everyone, shut up! It's coming up! It's coming up!
What's coming up?
The scene. That's what she
Oh.
says.
Yeah.
Like, you have to watch the whole thing. She's
Oh,
like,
I actually saw something that kind of solved the trolley problem for me, which is it was a
A
trolley
gun.
problem that starts 5 more trolley problems if you pull the switch one way, and only 1 trolley problem if you pull it the other way. So I figured I really don't want to solve 5 more, so I'm just gonna pull the one. I don't know. Before I wasn't really pulling the lever, but now it's just such a hassle.
Now you can't stop yourself. Now you're loving it. You put a handle every day. You wake up, you think, go pull that fucking handle.
wake up and pull on your handle.
Yep.
It's too many trolley problems for me. I couldn't take it. Infinite trolley, a state of infinite.
Did your
trolley
teacher
problems.
come to class like wearing like aviators and their
No.
throat was like really creaky?
Just a
No,
really
no.
cool guy. You know, he wants the students to like him. Yeah.
No, the
No.
implication is that they'd be hungover.
Oh.
No. She was a drug addict, though. She was a drug addict.
No. I don't drink.
She
just
was.
meth.
She was, because I remember, because her name was Miss. I'm gonna fucking dox her now, but her name was Miss Morgan, and she had a face like a monkey, so we used to call her Monkey Morgan.
That's awful.
Kids are
shoe
great.
fits.
I
The
love
shoe
kids.
fits. Yeah, she came in once and she was bleary eyed and everything like that, and she said she like passed the table because we were like talking about something. She like stood there listening in for a second. She went, "Yeah, remember, for every high, there is a low," and that was it. was
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty deep. I mean,
thanks.
So she's just telling you to enjoy being young or something like that?
I think it
Because,
was just like
eventually.
I think that was her just being like, I shouldn't have had that fucking 5th line of coke because
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking come down now.
that's what it
And I
sounds
forgot
like to me.
Yeah, she forgot the cardinal rule to fucking pace yourself.
Good
Yeah, but that was
stay.
one of my teachers died in fucking Thailand on a beach.
I
and he
remember you telling me this story.
Yeah, he did coke in fucking class. So like,
Why don't we have cool teachers like you guys?
bro, it's not cool if you're 15 years old. You're trying to learn fucking algebra, and the guy's like, "All right," and it's just like on a fucking tangent,
This
and
is
your
awesome.
exams are coming up.
I would have loved this sort of I don't know, intrigue.
Hands-on approach.
Sort of. It's much more interesting than like, okay, and now we'll turn to chapter 5 in your books. No, I would have much rather had like the coke addict drug teacher.
Yeah, the most interesting high school teacher we had was this math teacher who was like a really, really young, like university graduate, but for some strange reason decided after like graduating university with honors at like maybe like age 20 or something like that, he decided to immediately go to teachers college and then began teaching high school math at his alma mater. He had been struck by lightning on 2 different occasions because he refused to go inside at the golf course. So being in the middle of an open field with a golf club, he was a likely target. Yeah, so he's pretty eccentric. He had like several like open vendettas against some of his former teachers. So he just like commit like really petty pranks on them. Like he like deleted the entirety of like one of their markings on their computers. And
Oh, dude,
Wow.
I got locked out. I got locked out of the school network once by another teacher because I fancied his girlfriend, who was my tutor. Like
oh my goodness,
the
Krongle.
head of year. Dude, I was 17 years old, spotty, and I had long Justin Bieber type of hair.
Yeah, I think I have seen this shot.
And this guy was like, "Yeah, this is a threat," and then locked me out of the computer with the message, "Stay away from my girlfriend."
Wow.
I'm 17.
Did you try
What
to
do you think-
support
threatened by
him?
that.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine. I was wanking over her because she was hot, but did that mean that I was psychically fucking seducing your girlfriend? I'm 17, dude. I can't even take her out for a drink. Like, what do you want me to do?
Are you
I'd be like,
sure-
yeah, Dave and Buster's, maybe? I don't know. You're 28. Let's go. Like, come on.
Well, how
Anyway,
could you
sorry.
be sure it was him?
Because I had to go to the IT department because I couldn't log in. And I'm like, hey, I can't log in. It's like, and they're like, is your password right? And I'm like, yeah, my password's right. So they did an admin override, and there'd been a note attached by him to be like, stay away from my girlfriend. And I'm like, what?
Shouldn't he
Wouldn't
get
that be
fired?
like kind of
That's
grounds for?
Yeah, I mean that's grounds for dismissal, like
Oh,
instantly.
they
not
moved to
even.
New Zealand, so fuck it.
Oh, okay.
But we also did once.
Did he move to New Zealand just to get away from you? He was
I
that
fucking
threatened.
imagine. I did find her on Facebook. I was going to add her and be like, "What's up?" and try and make my move like 10 years later. But
Are you still with that girl?
David, you still with David Hogg? You still with David Hogg? Yeah. Is he still a fat cunt? Yeah. I'm still thin. So I mean,
You're doxing everyone. My goodness,
I
Krongle.
don't give a fuck about that guy. I don't give a fuck about David Hogg, New Zealand. Go find him.
That was one of the kids at the Florida school shooting.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
David.
What
Hogg.
was
was a
that, Ammo?
I was like,
he was one
wow,
of the
he went to that school where they did the school shooting. That's amazing.
I
What an
survived.
interesting character.
We actually made one woman. We actually made a drama teacher cry and hate her job so much that she also quit and moved to New Zealand. So that was a personal highlight.
Is
that
New
a,
Zealand just
um,
like it's just like the fucking haven for failed teachers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
from
funny.
my school,
That's pretty amazing.
we were.
Yeah, my
fuck-
class through at elementary had like a really impressive record that every single teacher that we had, like every lady teacher that we had up until I think grade 5, we managed to make them cry and then
Yes,
take a
man, make
maternity
them
leave
cry.
right after. So it's kind of
Yes.
just doing whatever they could to get away from us.
Yeah.
Goddamn, dude. Yeah, no, that's the thing about it, because I've been in high schools where like, yeah, I mean the teachers are given absolutely no respect by anyone. It was a charter school too, and it was just like yeah, everyone just treated them like shit. And I remember like one teacher was like just so fucking like she I forgot her name. I actually kind of liked her. She was cool, but yeah, everyone would just like, there was this one girl in class who was like so stupid. She was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get pregnant so like people can't tell me what to do. And I'm just like, what
Nice.
the fuck?
I
So
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
that
you know,
archetype, yes.
your
Yeah.
child is one thing that you'll always have authority over. So.
yeah, and she would like get into like yelling matches with the teacher.
Awful.
Yeah, and she oh my
people like
god.
that. Yeah.
She was a bad egg. She
I
was
remember
a
a girl,
bad
like,
egg.
in my school, and she came in on the last day of school. You could dress up. You could do whatever you wanted. Like you could dress up in like costumes and stuff like that.
So you dressed up like a slut?
No, well, what we did was we went online and we found the ninja costumes from the Dark Knight Rise, from the Dark Knight, the first one.
Okay, I
Batman
guess that
Begins.
was contemporary at the time
Batman
that you.
Begins. And we all dressed in ninja costumes, and then we would roam the school and then find a year 7, which is like 11, 12 years old, just pick them up and just drag them. So just imagine like 8 ninjas come out and just fucking grab you by your arms and legs and then just dunk you in a fucking bin and then run away. That was fun. There was also
Well,
there was
alright.
also a thing they did called Operation Bear Come, which was when they all bought rape alarms, and then at 3 o'clock sharp, you would unpin and then you would throw it on the roof, like throw a rape alarm, and they're loud as fuck. You just throw it on the
They are,
roof, or
yeah.
you'd stuff it in a drain. There was Operation. What was it called? I think it was like Operation Jehovah's Witness or something like that, or Operation.
Oh my god.
Operation Judas or something like that. And it was how much stolen stuff can we put in this locker? And by the end of it, it was
Oh
like
my
3
goodness.
potted plants, a hard drive, multiple PC keyboards. I mean, back in the day, you used to have like computer mice with the metal ball inside the sphere, and kids used to like turn them upside down, take the metal ball, and just throw it at the fucking teacher. And those were really hard. They were
Wow.
like dense little spheres, you know, like
Mm.
you could throw. Kids used to take the CD-ROM drive and then get a biro pen and stick it and take the elastic band off of
Oh.
the drive belt so the CD-ROM thing can open or close. People used to just pour Coke over the keyboard as well. Just used to be like, "Oh, fuck this! I don't give a shit about
It
this."
sounds like strong bed email. My goodness.
How did you get away with any of this? I can't even fathom.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
like-
think about it this way: if British police officers, you
Don't
know,
have
are only
guns,
allowed to
yeah.
carry like forks
Yeah.
to defend themselves with, then imagine how fucking cucked the teachers are.
Absolutely no defenses whatsoever.
But then,
I
like
mean,
at the
maybe
opposite
that's
end, there was a guy. There was a maths teacher called Mr. Singh, and he used to throw books back at the fucking kids. He's like, "You fucking start! I'm going to do it now." And he used to be like, if he used to make you stand at the start of the lesson like a fucking judge, and
Oh
like,
my.
and then be like, "You may sit," and then you would sit, and no one would talk during the lesson. He was like a real strong, like fucking Sikh.
Based.
It seems like
Yeah.
he needed that sort of approach with.
I think that you have to. So this is
your
what you do. Yeah, you have to be a foreigner. You have to be a fucking foreigner. You cannot be white.
There's no.
There
way.
was a woman called Miss Parry, and she tried to teach the kids sex education, and then stupidly, she was like showing them how to put a condom on, and then with the dildo, like a suction cup dildo,
Oh
and
dear.
Oh
Someone
god.
reported it or
hey,
what?
and then that concludes the lesson, and then they.
I would
remembered-
have just asked her. Yeah, is that you?
Yeah. But they remembered where she put it, and then during break
Oh.
they broke into her office and took it, and then shoved it on her car.
Wow. That's pretty terrible.
God damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to be. I don't know. Teaching sex education sounds like a fucking nightmare. You kind of have to really do it in a way where it's like, because like people are like make fun of like sex education, where it's like, oh yeah, we're not actually really able to talk about sex or
Yeah.
show you sex, but we have to all, we're charged with doing. So it's like, oh yeah, this is how your sex organs function, and I don't know, like practice safe sex or something, like that's it.
Listen.
And honestly, I think that when it comes to like not teaching the class in a way that makes you look like a fucking autist, or just someone that's like absolutely depraved, that is then going to like enable your students to do some fucky shit, then yeah, actually you should teach sex ed in such a way where I think it's pretty limited.
There was an honest to god food fight once as well in the school, which was pretty cool to be part of.
Oh man, you just reminded me of something. The juniors. So I was a junior.
Are you shitting?
No.
It
Right,
sounds
okay.
like you are.
Are you in the white space? I feel
No.
like
We can hear the echo.
I know,
so-
it's
I can hear the void.
We're moving out, and we've taken out all of the furniture in a lot of in the rooms.
Oh my god.
Amos listened to my fucking school stories and pissed himself while trying to move like furniture.
They're great, but yeah, you just reminded me. The seniors had a food fight in the lunch before hours, and to make sure that no other food fights happened in any of the other lunches, they brought in the fucking cops into the cafeteria.
Oh, he's an American. I can tell. Definitely an American.
That is very fucking funny.
Not British.
Fucking food fights are a lot of fun, dude. You can just lob an apple at someone's head and it's fucking brilliant. It explodes on impact. It's great. It goes like bang. Done.
Isn't it like, I don't know, like nighttime for you, by the way, if you're British? Like
8 p.m.
Really?
It's not-
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that late right now. Not that I'm
Yeah.
British or anything.
Oh, I used to be in the lowest group for PE, like physical education. Used to be in the lowest group. There was 3 tiers. There was the lowest, like the idiots, and then there was like the middle ground, which was all right, and then there was the athletes at the top, and I was in the worst one. And we had a swimming pool at my school, And
Yeah, we did too.
the teacher used to fucking despise us.
Oh,
Like
God.
he just used to trudge towards us at the start of the lessons and be like, "Right, do you guys know the rules to football? All right, okay, so we're gonna play football today. Jesus, right, kick the ball. Anyway, we got to the swimming pool and he like had his head in his hands and he was like, right, can you guys swim? Can you guys swim? And like a few of us could, and there was a few who were just like, yeah, not really. He went, right, here's this key. Open up that door. Opened up and it was full of like floaties, like inflatables and stuff like that. And he was like, just play with that. And he just used to sit like a worn out mother and just watch us play like complete idiot, like clowns in the fucking swimming pool, just splash about.
I think
And
we
he
played
used to be like,
water polo at one point.
God, I used to hate fucking swimming in school because that was the time when your knob might not be as big as anybody else's knob,
God.
and everyone has to get naked in front of each other. There was this one Indian kid.
Well, no, there's like, I think everyone is just so terrified of that notion that
Yeah.
only one of us actually bothered to shower after gym class.
Yeah, no one. I don't. When I was in PE in like grade school, like, dude, none of us had to like change out of our fucking underwear. Like, we didn't have to
Like
fucking
we
shower.
must have smelled absolutely awful though. Like
Oh, yeah.
just in retrospect, like teenagers are smelling enough on their own.
Yeah.
So all of them like going through PE and then refusing to do more than change from gym clothes to regular clothes.
I
Like
just remember there was this one kid I went to school with called Tom. I'm not going to dox him this time. But he used to be like the most funniest person I knew. He every week would be a new challenge he'd set himself. And the one that I can only remember this one, but he tried to see how long he could go without taking a shit.
Oh,
He tried-
what?
Oh my
just-
god, dude.
He just tried to. He was always trying to push the human endeavor, and
you mean cause
Just
like
imagine
premature
like him
organ
keeping
failure?
like a shit journal, like day 3 of of my constipation.
It's terrible.
Voluntary consultation.
I think he made it like 4 days, and then he shit himself. Like,
Attempt
Yeah,
number 4
that would
ended in
happen.
another
Like
shitting accident.
spectacularly, I think he said like just like a landslide. It just
Dude, fuck. I had the worst experience in grade school. And this actually did happen in PE where like I felt like I had to take like like I had fucking diarrhea, right?
Oh,
And so I was on the track and I like I had to run all the way. Like I had to run all the way fucking over to like cuz you have to get permission to go to because you're doing the track run, right? So you can't leave.
I
So I
would
had to
just leave, dude.
yeah, no, I asked like one of the teachers like I need to shit. Like I have diarrhea. Like this is really bad and they just basically told me like fuck off and like to go like like finish the race to finish it off.
Fuck.
And
Wow.
so I finished it and then I went back and then I was like I need to like I like finally, yeah, after I did it I didn't need permission, so I think I just like ran straight back. But before I could, I fucking shit myself like while I was running back.
Wow.
Oh,
It
Your
was
teachers are
it was the
fucked, dude.
worst. Yeah, and so I had to fucking like dude, as soon as I got into that bathroom, like I was trying to devise a fucking plan as to how I was gonna get out of the locker without people seeing me with fucking shit all over my ass.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I
Damn, bro.
ran back to the car. Like basically, I ran back to my mother's car as like fast as I could, like right before all of the other students were getting out. And so like it was basically like a race to the finish, and like all the kids were coming out like as soon like pretty much like as I was making my way out.
Hey, Fire Onyx, what's up?
And it was
dude?
like
How's it
like a
going?
fucking like the cave was collapsing in like an Indiana Jones movie. And like I was about to get fucking darted by the fucking natives that are like protecting their fucking boon.
clearing
was-
zones like
there
you're
was
Andy
this-
Jones.
There was this kid in the year below called Ian. I heard this story
Why?
secondhand, and
Oh my god, that sounds so fucking traumatic. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I had to live.
I'm just hanging out with a couple of my Discord buddies. Is that a podcast? No, it's not. it's the start of one.
like at the end of the day, he just really needed to go,
Oh.
and he didn't like shitting in school. No one likes shitting in school.
Oh, yeah,
no one
naturally,
likes shitting in
naturally.
school. But he only lived like about 4 blocks away, So he was like, right, I'm gonna run home. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
run
I
home,
got time.
right? I got time. And apparently, like, he was just, as soon as the bell went, he just fucking ran, dude. He just went for it. He was like, I'm going. And apparently he was like running and running and running, and he could feel it like just punching his ass off, just begging to get out.
That's a difficult motion while
He's running.
moving.
He's running.
Oh, congrats, dude. Wow, you're multifunctional now. Yeah, it's just a couple of friends. We're just hanging out. I just figured no one was gonna show up, because it's a different time, and I figured I'd just do a quick stream, after work, and yeah, just hang out.
Or his mask is playing in the background.
Yeah, Mario running out of oxygen, fucking, he's pounding the pavement, right? You keep going, it's a long straight. Then you take a right. It's up. You got it just a little bit farther, and the mistake is, as soon as you know you're close, you let
relax a little bit, yeah,
just a little bit, and that little bit is enough. You cannot let it's a brick in the dam. Right, and that starts.
That is the Dutchman's finger in the dike.
Apparently, he was like 10 feet away from his front door, and he had to stop. And he like cried and shat on the side of the road like a dog. He had to like pull down his pants right then and there, and just lay it out on the sidewalk. He just had to fucking curl
like a poorly
Alright,
trained
thanks.
dog.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh,
my
that's cool.
God.
You can, like, if you got things you want to talk about. I can't do both, and I'm just gonna be trying to like mute when I'm talking to you, and then unmute when I'm not, and then.
Steve, back to like 2 weeks ago.
The story doesn't end there. The story doesn't end there.
No.
Apparently, the turd became like a urban like point of interest, and the kids were like. because it wasn't like a dog turd, it was a human turd. It would last a little bit longer. So kids used to be like, "Yo, I'm bored. Do you want to go poke Ian's turd?" And you would go get a stick. You would go and poke Ian's turd.
Oh my God.
People would like keep tabs on it because like dog poo goes like white in the sun, and they would be like, "I wonder what's gonna happen to it." So like for like a week afterwards, it would be like, "Yo, I'm bored. Let's go poke Ian's turd." And you
It was there. No one cleaned it up.
No one cleaned it up. It was a cool thing to go poke. So like, why would you? You know. Anyway,
and you have pride for this town. This is a town that you care about quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
God damn. You have to have a tight knit community for people to be poking at each other's turds. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God. I feel like I've stumbled onto a treasure trove of stories and narratives.
I love that story. That's
Bristol,
that's gonna change my life.
Have you considered writing a memoir?
Oh yeah. I'll definitely do that in the future. But yeah, I don't know if you're ever bored. Poke Ian's turds together, guys. You can go grab a stick, go poke Ian's turds. You guys used to start fires as well when you were younger. We used to do fires all the fucking time.
Yeah, no, I remember
fire
my one
station.
friend had like he seemingly carried like this little bottle of lighter fluid with him all the time. And then we had snapjacks, and we would sort of like spray little areas with lighter fluid and then throw snapjacks at it, hoping that that'd be enough to spark up.
We used to burn plastic. Why the fuck we did that? And then one
It's
day,
energy efficient.
yeah, well,
burns
we used to go to the woods and just burn plastic and sit there and make a fire.
Maybe you hated the environment. You were naive
Something like that.
anti-environmentalists.
One day, one kid was like, "Yo, do you know what'd be really cool?" And we're like, "What?" And he was like, "Petrol." And he like went home and got like a little Sunny D 250ml bottle of fucking petrol and just went, "Yo, here we go," and just fucking tossed it on the fire and just went like
Well, that
fuck.
kid's on lists.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're all on lists now by just by association.
No, I don't care.
We're definitely being watched at this point. It's like, so did you start a forest fire, or was it just like, did it end amicably?
Yeah, and it was alright in the end. You know, what more could you ask
It
for?
was alright.
Emma, remember that one like a person in the Eurocamp thread that more or less he went out into the woods and didn't really have any adequate training or experience with camping, and more or less people like found out that his IP was from Mexico and traced back his little oopsie to Mexican forest fire that spread across a
No.
massive swath of territory.
No. The thread was basically like the guy was watching that camping anime. He was like, he got inspired.
Eurocamp, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He got inspired to go camping, and he fucked up the fire, and he took pictures of like, this wildfire. He had basically started going, "What the fuck do I do?" And everybody's just like, "Dude, how can you fuck up this badly?" And then like that day, there was an article in Mexico about a massive wildfire that was started in that area.
Yeah,
That is fucked.
that's rough.
Yeah, we never caused a forest fire. There was a time when we pissed off a wasp's nest. That was interesting. They used to play a game called Mudder. I never used to play it, but it used to throw mud at each other, like clumps of mud at each other's faces. And this kid came in with a fucking massive black eye.
Wow.
But we used to play Gravity Chicken, so I can't talk. Gravity Chicken.
I don't know what that is.
Gravity Chicken is when you take a big rock and then you chuck it immediately up in the air, like vertically up, and
Oh
then
my
you wait for it to come
goodness.
down. It's Gravity Chicken. Yeah.
Well, this
never
explains
heard
a
of
lot about the UK.
Fucking games I've ever heard of. It is no wonder why you guys lost the empire.
Ammo, tell me the straight face right now you don't want to play Gravity Chicken.
I really don't.
I do.
Sounds
I do.
terrible.
Man, so
wanna
you
play
guys
Gravity.
like keep Gravity Chicken around, but you throw away Soggy Biscuit.
I never played Soggy
What
Biscuit.
happened to your culture?
There was a kid called Lloyd who used to invite people. I remember actually, Jim, I was actually part of this fucking sleepovers. There was a kid called Lloyd, and
Yeah.
Lloyd used to invite people round to his house, and he used to have a chipped or cracked some sort of system, and he used to have like cable TV or satellite TV, and his mum didn't pay for it. It was like piracy. I don't know how the
No
fuck
TV
they arranged it.
license whatsoever.
No, it was a TV license, but like somehow they got like Sky, but without like the subscription. Fuck knows how they did it. Anyway,
Sure.
they used to get like the porno channels, but like the bottom eighth of the screen used to like wobble, so like it wasn't totally like legit. Like it must have been like.
Oh yeah. No. I've heard Americans talk about like they would just have like a basic cable subscription, but
Yeah.
sometimes they'd be able to find like channels between channels where it was like two mixing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they'd sort of have like one half being wildlife and the other half being
Yeah, porno.
Human
yeah,
wildlife.
the artifacts would transfer over. I
Lloyd-
remember this. I remember being a kid.
Lloyd used to
I have a
do
question actually.
Keep going.
Isn't it true that you in the UK, like the bobbies can't do anything to you if you don't have a TV license? Like they can show
No, you
up,
can
but
get-
they can't.
you can get
They can't do
fined.
fuck all.
You can get fined, and you can get summoned to court. But essentially, what a TV license is in the UK, there's a channel we have a network called BBC, and the BBC is
Yes.
entirely the BBC. The intention of the BBC is that it's impartial, so like it doesn't have there's no advertising on it. You know, it's just program after program, and it's paid for by the people for the people. So the news is supposed to be impartial, and everything it's made is supposed to reflect society. And that's what the TV license is for. It's to make our own television. It's like it's basically tax. It's not to physically own the TV. It's to make the content for the TV.
Right.
But-
No, I get the premise, but I was just
But
curious at whether you could
But-
actually get.
If I ever have a house, if I ever move out and have my own house, I'm not paying the TV license, and they can fucking swivel. I don't care. I'm
They-
like because what they'll do is when you buy a TV, they go, "Are you going to pay your TV license?" And you go, "No, because I'm using it for computer monitor." And they'll go, "Okay, cool," and that's it. I'll be like, "That's it." If you're gonna have to prove to me that I'm watching it with terrestrial, with an aerial, and then you have to prove that somehow. Like I'd rather rip the aerial out of my house. You know the receiver.
Yeah.
I'd rather just rip that out and be like, yeah, as you can see, I'm using, so.
Isn't it like video for like the internet now too? Don't they count that as well?
Yeah. iPlayer. If you use because there's a website called iPlayer, which is like their on-demand service, but
Oh, the British are so strange. You could
Yeah.
never do something like that here.
Well, don't you have like PBS, like public broadcast? Public
Yeah, but we
broadcast
don't.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
we get PBS, which is
do we pay for that?
pay for
Who pays for that? I'm not sure.
and
actually.
taxes. Your taxes.
I
go
mean,
for it.
I don't actually
Well-
know anyone who still watches TV around here, to be honest.
Anyway,
We have like Netflix and other subscriptions, but
What's
So
the
Lloyd
PBS
used-
like cost though? Like $1 per person or something?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's not like a $100 TV license. I feel like. I mean, also
So-
your shows are much more high budget, and you get like Doctor Who and whatever.
at times.
Hey man, it costs money to afford like David Tennant.
It's true.
Okay, what was?
I mean, I definitely think the BBC has some of the best documentaries out there. Like
Made in
just
Bristol, baby. Made in Bristol. That's where all the
yeah,
documentaries are
no,
made.
all about the nature shows.
I've been to that BBC actually. I've been to that unit.
Have you
alright.
met Sir David Attenborough?
No, I was on the
Oh.
radio.
Yeah, in person.
No, so Lloyd used to invite people round for sleepovers, and then I remember being at his for sleepover once, and then he was like, "Oh, it's only half an hour until midnight," and I was like, "What happens at midnight?" It's like the porno channel happens, and then he turned on the porno channel, and then just started fucking wanking, like just started fucking going for it, and I'm sat there like, and he like looked at me, and he's like, "Oh, come on then." And I was like, no,
You're not gonna join in.
no, I'm not going to join
Imagine
it.
being so
Well,
liberated.
What did he mean? Did he mean to engage with him as well, or
No.
just,
You
just start doing
it's
it by
just,
yourself?
like me, you, bit of porn, and stuff, wank together. Like it was not. It was just like
Just a bit. What's a wank between friends, really?
what's a wank between friends, like what? But I remember just watching it, just looking at him, and I had a book to read at the same time. So I just was like, all right, you just knock yourself out. I'm gonna read the book. So I just read the book instead.
Wow.
And then he like came, and then he was like, "Oh, look, it's all over me." And then he went to go get some kitchen roll, and then just switched it off. And then we watched like Invader Zim or something. But
Pretty
Incredible.
intense. I
The
would
fact
never
that you
tell
like
anybody that story. I would take that to the grave. I have plenty of
didn't give a
stories that are
fuck about that
similar, and
guy.
I will never,
nah, he's
never
a cunt.
tell.
He's a cunt. And I look better in that story than he does because he's just like, I'm gonna fucking expose myself.
you probably would be completely like permitted to just walk away from go home. Like, yeah, I think I've seen
No, but it was like I was like what 12 at the time, 12, 13.
it. Yeah, I think that's a fair age to get weirded out by that. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have just been like, can you fucking? But then again, he probably would have been like, "What? It's my house. I just want to check out." You know what I mean? I would have just started a fucking fight. And...
But guests are over, Lloyd. There's a way
That
of
only
doing
makes it
things.
better.
It
Lloyd.
reminds me of something the Amazing Atheist said. It was like the most like fucking autistic. Like he was like, "Yeah, if I'm jerking off in my own room, just leave. Just
Yeah.
leave."
That does sound like something that his conception of
We-
the socially acceptable. Yeah, I mean,
We-
like you came here. I didn't ask you to,
I didn't
come over
fucking
here.
ask you. You're my guest. Fuck you.
My house, my rules. I guess.
So at the end of year 6, this was his idea as well, by the way. At the end of year 6, which is the end of primary school, so that's 10 to 11 years old before you advance up. We had this idea, and it was his idea to. Everyone came round his house, the guys, the girls. Everyone came round to his house for like a party. As much as a house party, no, like a house party. Like everyone brought their own fucking Pepsi and stuff like that, and everyone just sort of
okay.
listened to music and I don't know, played Xbox, like the original Xbox, played a bit of Halo Combat Evolved. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. And then the girls went home for the guys to sleep over. But before the girls left, and this was his idea, by the way, he was like, "Let's all streak." And then all the guys just got naked and then ran round in the street to like gross out the girls, I guess. But like looking back on it now, like that's so sus. Because the adults must have been there to pick up their kids, and then all of a sudden, fucking like 15, 11-year-old boys run out
Oh.
naked. I mean, I had my underwear on because I was just a bit like, actually, I don't really want to get my knob out. But I was just a bit like, fucking. And do you know what? That's happened like twice in my life. I've been with people and they've just gone naked run, and then everyone's just got fucking naked and then ran out in the street.
You have.
If you
some
consider
good
it might be for the
friends.
better that the empire crumbled.
What? Each time I've always just had my underwear on because I was just like, I know it's like out there. It's gonna be cold. I'm small as it is. I don't want to get more drunken. They're gonna fucking laugh.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine if like you
Get
grew
out
up
with
with
the
them and
lodge.
oh,
Get
you know,
out with the lodge.
Sorry, go on.
they'll never really become anything, but you know, then one of them tells you like, yeah, you know, I'm being appointed to governor of Australia, so tut
fuck
tut
it.
cheerio, I'm on my way.
You
You have
also
to.
we went to summer camp and there was a shower and we wanted to shower and I showered with my boxers on because I thought it was weird that we were all in the shower together. And then some of the
That
kids
is
were just there,
strange.
like just whipping their fucking dicks around, like slapping them against their thighs. And I'm just like, no, this is weird. This is weird. This is weird. And then
Sounds like you knew that you wouldn't win that one.
I wouldn't. I got made fun of after that. They were like, oh, Jacob didn't get naked in the shower. And I'm like, yeah. Sorry, should I fucking give you a big old kiss? I don't know.
You had a lot of weird friends growing up. I didn't know anyone that would
Yeah.
just commit to streaking and, out of nowhere. That would never happen. I don't think I've
Like
known
I've heard
anybody like
pretty
that.
bad stuff about like British boarding schools and stuff, but I kind of thought the public ones would be somewhat spared from sussery.
No, it's probably more.
I think it's something in the soil.
There was Operation Axe Wound. That was pretty good. I'm sure I've told you that.
You've told me about this, and it's upsetting each time.
Operation Axe Wound is something else. Basically, there was a girl who took a nude, and her pussy looked like an axe wound. Like it was very, very long. Her pussy was easily like 8 inches vertical. It was really long.
You should probably rephrase to mention that this was actually a crime. Like this was.
It was a crime. Yeah,
contraband.
Definitely. This is
okay.
behavior.
Here's what I'm up against. Here's what I was up against in school, right? Here, let me preface this with another story, right? Back in the day, there used to be a thing called MSN Messenger. I don't know if you.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do remember this era.
And
Boomers.
you used to like be able to put your webcam on, but no audio. Audio was like beyond the technology of the time. It just used to be webcam. Anyway, this group of kids catfished one of their friends called Steve as a girl. They like catfished him, and they got Steve on webcam
so much.
They got Steve on webcam to jack off and pretend that she was real, right? They were like they're sending him like low res like JPEGs and be like, yeah, this is me. And Steve was like, oh, I'll jack off for you, right? Like I'll jack off, and they were like, oh, let me watch. Anyway, they were like tricking him, and then one of them was just like, yo, tell him to put his finger in his ass. So he put a finger up his ass and came, and then they laughed at him and gave him the nickname Stink. and somehow he was the one laughed at when they were gay.
No,
like,
there's definitely yeah. I
you're worse in this situation. Why did you give
from
him
our perspective, yeah, but not from the kid's perspective. Oh my god,
you're worse. Anyway,
how can you be sure that he's not gay now? I just can't.
I don't understand what the fuck the logic was. Oh, haha, Steve, you came, haha. Yeah, and you were watching. You made me do it.
I think this is like childhood trauma. At this point, I feel like you've just destroyed this man's like whole life.
Right? Anyway, Steve, undeterred, or Stink as you may know him, undeterred, was talking to a girl called I don't know, Doctor actually, and they sent nudes to each other, and she sent one, and then he was so amazed by her like long pussy that he sent it to another kid called Jerry, and then Jerry sent it to like 8.
Oh no!
Can you mention again what age group this was?
Please don't.
What group this was? God. Oh, this was like Jerry, Ross, Steve. I don't know.
No. But like, how old were you guys?
Oh, like 15.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, totally
okay.
criminal.
This is contraband,
right?
This is
anyway,
absolutely criminal.
Anyway, there was a thing. There was a thing called Operation Axe Wound, and because her pussy looked like an axe wound, and this at my school there was a complete network, like a complete LAN that went across the entire school, which was sick because it allowed us to play Doom from across. Like we had a big LAN Doom.
Yeah, we did this kind of stuff too. Yeah.
But there was also like a folder that the kids found. Weirdly enough, it was for the cognitively impaired kids, so they could like copy and paste stuff in. But that meant any kid could copy and paste stuff in. So all these Down syndrome kids were trying to get on with the schoolwork, and the folder was being full up with like memes and shit, and like Doom save files. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
think
in
you're a
that
horrible person.
folder, in that folder was this high-res picture of a 15-year-old girl's pussy, and like it got everywhere. It was on like people's wallpapers, screensavers. It was on people's phones,
Oh my God.
Oh,
iPods. It was
dear.
printed out and put in places.
I
It
hope
was
this
like-
story doesn't end in suicide or anything like that.
No, she moved schools. She
Oh,
moved
okay.
schools.
Oh,
It
you
was
would
like,
have to, I
It
think.
was like MSN
Yeah.
profile pictures. It was
God.
fucking everywhere, dude.
Like,
and-
after hearing this kind of stuff, you can understand why the Chris Hansen era, like, came
Yeah.
Right.
such a fury.
But
Because there was messed up stuff happening.
they got away with it. They got away with it. Genuinely, they got away with it. None of them were arrested. The school wasn't investigated. Nothing. Nothing was looked. I bet the IT department was just like,
amazing.
"Fuck it." The IT department was like, "Fucking destroy the fucking law, man. Fucking burn this shit. Fucking shoot this shit down." Yeah. I can't believe they got away with it. And she's still alive. She's fine. She's great. She looks fantastic these days. But yeah, and they still laugh about it. Like they're fucking cool.
Oh my God.
No,
Man,
you're
I-
assholes. Like you're assholes for that. I mean, it's
I-
funny.
That's terrible. I feel
I
like
feel like after hearing all this, I understand, like, why UK police always look so, like, worn out and, like, nothing they're doing is doing anything, because they realize the whole island, like, that there are no righteous men left in it.
Hang on, me. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
it's
They
terrible.
do this. Those kids are actually they do actually seem like pretty funny people. They do this thing every year called the Tour de Pub.
Oh,
So like the Tour de France, but what they do is they all get on their bikes and then they have like an 18 pub course, and then the first one to
so
get
it's just a pub crawl on
Yeah.
bikes.
on bikes, but the first person to get there gets to dictate what drink everyone has there. So you might start and one cunt's like, right, triple whiskey, and you're like, fuck's sake, and then by the next one, somebody else might be a complete cunt and be like, triple whiskey again.
I feel
And it
like
just
the
depends.
bikes make it better somehow.
Yeah, the
Better
bikes
than a
do.
regular bike crawl.
Yeah, I mean, especially once the motor functions start breaking down. And, yeah.
Oh God, you could only do this in Britain. It would not work here. You would not be able to get away with this. It would just you would get maybe through 2 pubs, and at that point, you would have the police called on you, and you would be escorted to the jail, where you would spend the rest of the night. And,
And they call it the
police
land
have
of the
guns.
free.
Yeah, our police have guns, so you wouldn't be able to just, oh, it's the fuzz, let's run. No, if you do that, you get shot. So, yeah. I know, like, I've watched a lot of, like, British, I don't know, like, television, British, like, cinema or series, and it always baffled me,
Keno,
like,
if you will.
yeah, sure, Kino. And it always baffled me, like Train Spotting, for instance, is a good example.
Well, it's Scotland, but yeah.
Scott, come on! For me, it's the same
Technically
continent.
UK, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's the same continent. It's close enough. And they ran from the cops, and that kind of like it just baffled the shit out of me. It's like, what? How could you do that? That's you would die. That's crazy. Britain is just
I mean-
a terrible place to live, I guess.
It's all right.
And I mean, I've watched a lot of Cops, and that shows, you know, the streets of America. It seems like everyone runs in that one. So, like, I don't know what you're talking about, Darnus.
Those are like
Special cases.
yeah, because it's televised, you can't what's it called? You can't exactly. Cops is almost like propaganda.
Oh,
They
it
actually
is. Yeah.
They canceled it because it was
Well, no, it was briefly canceled, but then it came back once it was no longer politically convenient
right,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
station.
I do remember them. The reason they canceled it was because it was showing the police in a better than what they actually were sort of light, and people weren't too happy about that. I don't know. I watched a lot of body cam footage, and I can tell you that it is the case that they're kind of trigger happy. I recently watched one where they just gunned down a homeless person who's sitting in a
The
what's it
bike
called?
shelter one?
I saw one where it was a homeless guy that was sitting at a
Or a
bus
bus
stop.
shelter or
bus
something.
bus
That's
station.
it, yeah.
Yeah, bus
Yeah,
station.
it was a
that's the
bus
one.
stop, and then
they
he
just-
was just like, yeah, they just fucking gunned this motherfucker down
with like
and
automatic or sub-automatic weapon or
Yeah.
what's it called. It was pretty brutal.
Did I tell you
Yeah.
I got jumped once? Did I tell you I got jumped once?
No?
When I was younger, I got jumped. We were walking home from a party, and so basically, I don't give a fuck about doxing it. I grew up in the north of Bristol, and there was 3 schools that were quote unquote rivalries with each other. It was Filton, Winterbourne, and Patchway. I'm not gonna say which one.
Oh, such quaint names. My goodness.
Well, J.K. Rowling's from Winterbourne, so that's one of the.
Are you doxing J.K. Rowling now?
Fuck.
We're gonna show up to her school then.
Anyway. We were walking back home from a party once, and we were in rural Winterbourne. We were like fucking deep into Winterbourne, into this village, and this fucking hatchback rolls up, and this guy pulled. I think he had a bat. He had some kind of weapon. I can't remember if it was a knife or a bat. It was something like that. Obviously it wasn't that. Either not that bothered or I was too drunk. Anyway, grabbed one of my fucking friends, and he goes, "This is Filton territory now. You got that? Filton. Tell him." And then threw him to the floor and drove off. And
Man, what school spirit?
There was this woman looking
Model
from a
student.
second story window, looking down on it. And we went, "Can you call the police?" And she went, "I'll think about it."
Oh, that's another Winterbourne.
Wow. I guess she's Fulton.
And we said, "But we just got attacked." And she went, "Yeah, I saw the whole thing."
It's my grandson. He's a good boy.
What do you think is like San Andreas? Like that becomes like a blue zone now, and then like you can't just change the geographical boundaries of villages because you grabbed a 15-year-old and berated him.
Well, it's gang territory, right? It's unofficial. Could be anybody's.
Did you apply for that? Did you put a permit in?
You have
Does
a
seem like the kind of thing
license?
they would have in Britain, yeah.
You have a license for that territory grab, mate. You can't just go around colonizing.
Some kids
We don't do that around here anymore.
I can see why you're not allowed to have guns. I can see it now. I understand.
Oh, as if you don't do the same sort of shit over there.
All these situations would be so much worse if everybody was packing, or at least had the opportunity to.
Oh, that's
to
what I was going
pack
to say.
little
There was
bit
a
of heat.
girl. There was a group of girls. There was 3 girls. There's Amy, Lucy, and Beth, and they used to be these like girls who would like just do fucking anything for anything. They would just be like, "I'll do," and they got into heroin at 15, which I think is
Jeepers.
fucking. That's some fucking.
That's a
little
bit
early.
much.
Well, early. Some people
Yeah.
start young, I guess.
Anyway, last day of term, last day of school, we all dressed up as ninjas. Beth came in, and she's got a bottle of Smirnoff vodka, and she waltzed up to us and she goes, "I'm gonna drink this whole fucking thing in the next 20 minutes," and then ran off. And so that was that. Then we went to our first like lesson, but it wasn't really a lesson because we had shit going on. So we're there in the classroom, and then an ambulance turns up, and my friend nudges me and he goes, "I bet that's Beth that's just down that bottle of vodka," laughing about it. Sure enough, a fucking gurney comes wheeling out the front of the school, and Beth's on it with a fucking IV drip already.
Jeepers.
Oh,
And
banana bag, yeah.
one of those mouth things, and apparently she had actually downed she had to get her stomach pumped, and this was 9 o'clock in the fucking morning. 9 in the
Breakfast
fucking
of champions.
Wow.
You know,
I was looking up.
if
like,
I were
the
if I were
Finnish
running a
breakfast
state, this is
list.
kind of sorry. Wait, what were you gonna say, Darnus?
Oh, I was gonna say it just reminds me of the Finnish breakfast. 1 shot of vodka, and a cigarette. That's it.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
I was just thinking like if I was like in charge of like where my state's resources, like I'm like playing, it's like I'm running Britain like a strategy game, like a management game, right? Like I don't know, I haven't played any management games, but
You should play
Sim
Dwarf
City.
Fortress.
Let's go with
yeah,
Sim
it's
City.
like if I have a kid that on the last day of school like just drinks a whole bottle of vodka, do I like put my resources into saving his life, knowing that he's just a stupid kid that
Just
like is gonna kill
euthanize.
himself by drinking?
Just euthanize.
We used
champ.
to also we used to have these like really big cast iron radiators in this school, like old Victorian style. You know what I mean? Like huge, like sorry, not Victorian, 60s, 1960s cast iron thick radiators.
Hmm.
And what we used to do is put cheese on them, and then when they got really hot, the cheese would melt,
Oh my goodness.
and we would call it cheesing the radiators.
Cheese
That
And it
reminds
was-
me of it's a story I probably told before, but a lot of my friends were in the gifted class, and
Mm.
more or less like they were set apart because they're all like quite intelligent, but the school didn't really put that much of its resources towards it, so they were constantly understaffed, and the quality of the teachers was actually relatively low, even if the curriculum was more advanced.
Mhm.
But what happened was there was one kid who more or less like somehow managed to accidentally get into the gifted class, even though he was probably maybe even below average intelligence. But just happened to be like a fluke of test results or something like that. So, anyways, after like one project sort of revealed that this kid didn't have that much going on, he was let go back to the regular classes.
Yeah.
But what happened was we used to have milk delivered to the classrooms
Were you in
back during
gifted?
lunch hour. Yeah. So what happened
Oh
was
shit!
his milk kept on getting delivered, but he wasn't
Right.
there anymore. So what happened was they started since no one wanted just plain skim milk. Like if it was chocolate milk, it would have been gone easy, but it was just 2% skim milk in a little paper carton. So
Mm.
what happened was they started hoarding these extra milks that got brought to the class every single day behind the books on the bookshelf.
No!
And this started in early spring. So by the time that May rolled around, there was such a heady aroma
And
present in the
this
room
is
at
the
any given
gifted
time.
class. This is the gifted class.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. And everyone
Certainly
who was in this
gifted.
class said that like, there's this really interesting contrast between how much our teachers praised all the things that we could be, and the fact that the class was perpetually on the edge of juvenile anarchy at any given, because
yeah.
you had incredibly smart children who lacked the maturity and also didn't have enough supervision to keep them in check. So they more or less put most of their mental resources to how they could completely subvert anything that the teachers wanted.
It's
So,
fucking amazing, man. That's what I like to see. That is the shit I like. Fucking amazing.
so that was the stinky milk saga, as they would call
Ugh, stinky milk saga. You hate to see it.
I have noticed that around with gifted children, they seem to be better at handling authority. Let's call it that.
it. Yeah.
Um,
Not maybe the way that authority wants it to be handled.
right.
So,
Yeah. It's always like you're supposed to be the good kids, and you got into these classes, but then you're actually the worst kids. Apparently,
we're supposed to be the chosen one.
That kind of ties into, I don't know, what I was thinking about earlier. Like, what if? Okay, so hear me out. Okay,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
what if we had this like very clearly defined pretense where if you're a teenager, right, and you do some
Mhm.
stupid shit, we're not going to save you. You're legally unable to access any sort of medical resources that are provided by the state, or any resources that would help you get out of the shit that you get yourself into. And I don't know, I kind of think about it like Spartans throwing the babies off the cliff into the I don't know mound of
Leading
baby corpses.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Didn't-
Yeah.
Very original.
Yeah. So
I could see people voting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I could see it. Yeah.
just let them die.
Just yeah. Or, a Bill Burr has one where he's like, "Hey, we just put him on a cruise and then we just sink the cruise ship." Yeah, problem solved. And look,
Yeah, and no one. What?
the cruise ship is funded by taxpayer money. So it's a federal program, and so most of these people were paying into it. It's kind of a poetic irony. They kind of died by their own hands. I don't know. That's it. That's the whole story.
But yeah, this time it would be pretty much everyone. It's not just people who choose to go on cruises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would be yeah, it'd be everyone. I can't really say that I've had this experience when I was younger. I mean, I think that the most amount of hardship I had to go through was going to the disciplinary school that I went to in Utah, which was
Oh
not
yeah, I
really
remember you
so much a
telling
school
about
as-
this.
Yeah.
Sounded pretty
You're
messed up, to be honest.
yeah, it's like you're a liability enough where they can't just like let you die. With the exception of the one kid that I talked about that actually did die.
What, at the disciplinary school?
Yeah, he died. I told the story a couple of times when he
Oh, I don't remember that part.
yeah, when he was made to run around the campus multiple times as punishment, basically until he was gonna collapse.
Oh.
Like you basically keep running until you puke, essentially. And yeah, he had a heart condition, and he tried telling the faculty about it, but they wouldn't listen. They just kind of thought like, you know, you were making an excuse. Like I kind of imagine like it's like a cartoon, like, you know, when like someone's heart's pumping in a cartoon, it's like out their chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of imagine that, and they're just like, yeah, you're faking it. Fuck you. Keep running. And
So,
so
wait, did the school actually get closed down
And
after
then-
this? Because I feel like that would be the kind of thing that.
Yeah.
no, I don't
Be
know.
enough
I don't know
scandal.
how they got around this. I like,
mean,
and I know it
if
happened.
it's
I know
within
it
the
wasn't just a
framework
bullshit,
of, like,
because
the-
I saw the plaque. I saw the plaque on campus dedicated to this kid that fucking died.
Oh, dude,
Here's a dedication to the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
child.
Sorry.
Here's a fucking plaque.
Sorry.
Kid that died on in our fucking under our fucking responsibility.
that reminds me of there was a kid that we had a end of school career yearbook, right? And it was like pictures of us at the start when we joined the school, and then right at the end. And at the end of the book, there's these 2 pages dedicated to this Asian girl called Jane, who apparently died in the first year, but no one can remember her. No one.
That
asked
is a
people I
horror
went to school
setup.
with,
That
and-
is 100% a horror setup.
no one remembers her. And there's like little quotes and like, oh, always remember you, Jane. And every single person I've been like, do you remember this girl? No idea who she is. No idea.
That
No.
is
I don't
depressing.
remember
My
most of
God.
the people I went to high school with. So
No
I-
clue. Yeah, but she
Well, yeah,
fucking
that's-
died, dude. No one remembers her.
Yikes.
There was these identical Asian girls, and I used to call them the ice climbers. It's pretty much the
That's
only
funny.
notable.
I mean, that's almost a cute nickname, but
Yeah, almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
They used to roll around with each other all the time. It was pretty cute, pretty adorable.
yeah, we had twins in our year as well.
There was this kid called Dan, and he used to love Zelda. And whenever he used to like reach the top step of like a staircase, he'd go up like fucking Zelda, like Link does.
Wait, what?
Zelda.
He used to
Does
just
he do that?
like, I don't know. He used to just use Link noises all the time, and then at lunchtime, he used to do like ninja runs across the wall. He used to do,
Okay,
like,
well
little
that's
spin kicks and stuff like that. But the thing is, we
Okay.
don't just watch it. We're like, oh yeah, shit, that's actually pretty fucking cool. Like, you know, like, we used to take the fuck out of him, but like, you know, you do like a complete virgin, Dan. But I can't run across the wall like you can. So, apples and oranges.
We did not.
Yeah,
have
do you think
any
those kids
Naruto
who,
runners
like-
in our class?
yeah. I was just gonna ask, like, do you think like the kids that always ran like Naruto, like, if at a certain point in like young adulthood they actually got really good at it, to the point that they're
They
approaching those
continued.
speeds?
Oh God. I hope so. I hope so. Oh my God. Could you imagine telling this story to like your kids or something? It's like, yeah. This is the old heyday when we used to just Naruto run all over the place. You guys don't know about that, but it's a good time.
Good time. Security, medical.
Or had that.
Okay. We used to have these sweets called toxic waste.
That doesn't sound appealing at all. What?
They used to be like the most sour thing, sour sweet ever, like really fucking sour. We're talking like incredibly, like bad. Like you could have one at a time, and kids used to be like, "Yeah, I'm really tough. I'll take 6 in my mouth," and then they would throw up. There used to be like a point of macho alphaness. How many toxic waste can you have at the same time?
I mean, yeah, if you say it out of context, it's like, yeah, me and my friends were really hard when we would eat toxic waste for fun.
That's like basically like a boomerism, like
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
I drank fucking water straight out of my fucking hose when I was living on a farm, and I turned out all right. I'd fucking drank water full of fucking nickel and fucking basic metals. I turned out all right."
Mine runoff made us tougher.
Jesus.
We used to swim in the Talons pond.
Well, you remember back a couple decades ago, the groundwater. They said the state came by and said that the county groundwater was contaminated by some kind of like dry cleaning. I don't know. We turned out okay though.
You get the attitude a lot better.
Too good.
Well,
at
yeah,
that.
he's from that part.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying.
Like that kind of combination of like laissez-faire, but also like mild concern because Aunt Jemina got leukemia shortly after that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, she got the cancer, but I don't think that could be related.
Well, I mean, her grandma had cancer too. They all had cancer. I can't be sure if that was connected or not.
Now that can be like the puzzles are coming, the pieces are coming together in his head. Like that can't be.
Wait, everybody else in that subdivision, they all got. Wait a minute. Wait, wasn't there that class action lawsuit like 20 years ago too?
And all the jurors died before the case went through?
It's a huge coincidence. I can't really make
Fucking
heads
I
or tails of
assure
it.
you
The boomer goes back down the memory hole.
she died in an excruciating pain. No, I can't now.
But it was it was real tough. It was real. I gotta say, it was real tough watching her go. It was real sad. Nobody should have to go like
But you
that.
fucking held her hand. I held her hand as she went, and
Every Sunday we'd go in and say hi, Jamina. And she just nod her bald head.
Oh my
holy
God.
fuck!
That got really dark. Really.
Yeah,
I'll-
Middle
I'll
America
get
brings
to
out
you.
a certain.
But she was a tough old bird. She stuck it out to the real end. She never gave up hope. She never. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little
Eustace,
teary-eyed.
though. Eustace in the end.
She also never stopped screaming.
Never stop screaming. God bless
would
her.
say that sometimes they'd come in at like 2 a.m. and she'd just be hollering her little head off. They'd have to give her some of that Dramamine or whatever it's called.
Oh, this is too dark, actually.
I like it. This is exactly what I'm after.
This is the content I am known for delivering.
Prime candidate program. Do as you're told. Don't eat the mold. Yeah, that's good. Rules for life there.
Except, we wouldn't have penicillin otherwise. I'm just
If
saying.
it wasn't for
I'm just
a certain Canadian.
Someone had to take the hit for the rest of us.
Oh, Jesus.
Just figuring out their feet.
Yeah, I was gonna comment that she only has 4 toes.
Ah, damn it! He saw it. God damn it! I was like, can I get that?
I saw that but I just didn't want to say anything because we were all kind of memeing out. I didn't want to break the conversation with a crit.
It's one more toe. One more toe for the what's it called?
Just re-abstract it. Fuck it.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll do.
Fucking
I'll do
yes,
some crossover there, and then I'll actually put the
Who are you?
big toe in there. The foot friends are gonna be mad, but everyone else is gonna be fine with it.
Fuck them. They're
These
always
feet
mad.
These feet aren't realistic. You guys know about Wiki Feet? I've recently
Yeah,
Wiki-
Wiki Feet.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you know about that? You
Yeah,
should-
why did any of you know about this? I'm like the only one who's just like, yeah, I don't know, and everyone else is like, yeah, like...
Because the
It's an
H3
incredibly
podcast,
thorough. Yeah.
the H3 podcast is memeing on them, and
Really?
I listen to the H3 podcast.
Oh man, I thought.
I like
I
it.
thought
I'm pretty sure
was-
you knew about it before, though, Krungle.
Maybe.
Krungle knows
Oh.
about it. Literally, I mean, come
No,
on.
no. Between me and
Come
Job,
on.
we know everything about the internet. Between me and Job, we know it all. Me and Job have mapped it out entirely. We're cyber cartographers, essentially.
We've mapped the internet gene.
What I don't know, he knows, and what he doesn't know, I know, and that's how it works. But WikiFeet is funny because H3 has beef with Keemstar, and Keemstar has the lowest foot rating on WikiFeet, and all the
Wow.
comments are like disgusting little piggies. I wouldn't even look at them.
Oh, that's really funny.
That's pretty in depth. You think he made some of those comments himself as a
Maybe.
way to get back at him?
Who are we to judge?
I've been watching their Twitter. I haven't been watching their show, and some of the pictures are very disturbing. Before it started out as kind of like like a gag or something, some kind of very nice, friendly banter with this female streamer.
Yeah.
And now Ethan is dressing up, and before it was like just makeup, and now he has fake titties.
Yeah, he's dressed up as Trisha Paytas is on the. I didn't watch that one because I hate Trisha Paytas. I can't stand her. But they swapped. So Trisha dressed up as Ethan and Ethan dressed up as Trisha.
Right.
I think
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
It gets more upsetting with the presence of the fact that Ethan has a child.
Yeah. That.
I think I understand now why some comedians get like extremely safe afterwards, because it's sort of like now being irresponsible isn't funny anymore because
it's a long-term therapy appointment. It's like I'm going to do this, and in 20 years' time, somebody who's studying therapist right now is going to have a job. So
yeah, like it's sort of you don't want your a disorder named after your child that you're partially responsible for.
That's one way to fuck up your kid. Yeah. Just,
that is very
show 'em
funny.
Pictures of your weird cross-dressing on a podcast that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so what the fuck? Why is he cross-dressing on a podcast?
Because him and
As a
Trisha
joke,
Paytas.
haha, XD?
Yeah,
it's
because
joke,
Trisha dressed up as him, and he dressed up as Trisha.
And the
Right,
first
that makes
time they
sense.
did it, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But now he has like implants, so I think the joke is.
Yeah, it's just a
I don't
joke.
think it's
haha,
implants.
I'm
I
just-
think
No,
implants.
it's a joke. I didn't mean he had actual implants. It's just it's fake boobies.
Yeah. So why? So he kept doing it when she stopped.
I think she's still there, and again, I'm just watching the Twitter. All I see are the weird fucking photos, and yeah, it's getting really creepy. I don't.
I wonder how many people have jerked off to Ethan Klein's
my
like weird
God.
photos. Like
Too
like
many,
how he
too
used to
many.
post like weird like he would like try to make the most unflattering pictures, but they were like really like revealing.
Yeah.
Wasn't there that whole
Yeah.
thing around like dad
Oh
bods
my
and
God.
stuff, and he was for whatever
The
reason
fupa-
milking it or
fupa
something?
lord.
Yeah, the Fupa Lord, and then he would also like I remember like there was a few where he took like a bare ass pic.
That's a bit.
Yeah, a
much.
lot of those actually. With just mostly with the shorts on. I've
Yeah,
seen
like
Ethan's ass
there used to be a
recently.
meme where like Ethan was like thick or something like that, and so
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, I remember like he had like an old video where it was like chocolate, like him eating chocolate or something. It's like one of their first videos, and like it's just like Ethan like in his underwear like on a bed just like eating chocolate.
Yeah.
It was just fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And yeah, even at that point he was kind of thick. He has a rump, and so I'm just
He's been
like
grown. He's a
yeah, I
grown
wonder how
boy.
many people have jerked off to this.
A lot. I'm gonna guess a lot. He's a fupa idol, I think, in some circles. You could call him that.
I wish
I
they
feel like
didn't.
even those people have standards. Not?
Some people's standards are Ethan Klein.
That is true.
Well, he's rich and he's famous. I doubt he's gonna be affected by any of this. So.
No, definitely not. He's not listening into this stream right now. If he is, Ethan, love your work.
I don't. Fuck you, piece of shit.
Sean is Team Keemstar.
Sean doesn't like anyone, so
I'm watching myself because I know there's certain things I couldn't say about Ethan Klein.
Oh my God.
Ethan, I couldn't say about ethnic Klein
Oh my God.
What?
on stream.
God.
All I gotta say is I like some of your work, and I hope you.
Stop it. It's terrible. Oh my God. Sean is the one to break the credo. Sean is the one to break the rules. I can't believe it. it's the meme of this podcast was the gifted kids aren't all right, and Sean is kind of proven.
Wait. So
Proven
it's not a stream anymore. It's a podcast now.
It's a podcast.
That's
now.
cool.
Oh no.
Think of
I
it
like
this
that.
way: you have to at least have I don't know how many people on your stream. Like, I would assume probably if you have more than even like 20 or 30, I feel like it might be more of a liability. But if you only have like 2 or 3 people, 4 people that are watching,
Yeah, I think it's
I
fine.
think it's.
Well, I
it's
think-
I'm
fine.
I
gonna
think
delete the
God-
VOD afterwards. It's
I
fine.
think God bless whoever is listening and watching right now, whoever you are. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're having a fun time listening to whatever the fuck this is.
I like how it's also just like literally I've never been on this stream before, but thank you for tuning in. I'm just kind of here. Thanks guys for supporting this channel. Favorite and subscribe for more content. Just like
Yeah.
Oh my
You
But
may not
I
have
imagine
heard of
it's
me.
pretty annoying in the sense that like the person who's actually doing the stream is the one who's probably talked the least out of all of us.
Oh, that's fine. I'm taking.
I've been
like,
kind
it's
of
not-
tuning in and out. I've been
Yeah,
I mean, I
kinda
know
tuning
you've
in
been
and out.
focused on art and stuff like that, but it's just sort of like very contrary. Like it's sort of like if you label it the Darnus cast or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not,
hell
we're
yeah.
not labeling it. It's fun. This isn't my regular time slot, so most of my regulars are.
Well, if
here in the morning.
anyone wants to, yeah, we're always welcome to Q&A. If anyone's got any questions they want to ask the Darnus cast, throw them into the chat. We'll
I
do our
don't
best
even know
to
where the
answer
chat
them.
would be. Did you post your Twitch or anything like that on?
Yeah.
Or are you doing Picardo or something?
Yeah. We're just doing Twitch today. I wasn't able to get everything set up. Unfortunately, everything updated and my stream keys got kicked out, and it was kind of a long setup, and I was already late, so I figured I'll just start streaming today, and then whatever, tomorrow I'll try to fix it. And yeah, this is a totally new schedule for me since I'm working at a different time slot, so I'm gonna be trying to stream at this time, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, today is just like the pilot stream, just for
Pilot
fun.
episode. Yeah, I get it.
Pilot episode.
Guys, we do have a Patreon. If you want to subscribe, $1 gets you our eternal gratitude. $5 gets you onto the newsletter. $10, your name will go on the website as a supporter, and $20 and above will give you a Polaroid sent to your house every month and a handwritten thank you note.
I love how authentic that was, because none of that is true, but that was
It sounds it, right? It fucking sounds it.
it's so
Sounds
good.
genuine.
I can't believe it.
Genuine.
Yeah,
we have
$5. $5 gives you $5 back and a tax receipt. $10 gives you $10 back and a tax receipt. So basically, this is a loophole to get
money.
charitable.
Also, we have a Discord which you can join, and none of us ever active in it. But if you,
Yeah,
I love those. There's Discord. I bet there's Discords like where they're like, oh yeah, H3 podcast Discord. You can,
Or it's one of those Discords that's so heavily populated that it's like you can never
Impossible to get any.
You will be banned
Yeah.
if you at the person this Discord is for directly. You can't DM him.
Yeah.
Mr. Ping's challenge.
I'm in a
yeah.
couple of those. Yeah.
It's impossible to get you any words, any conversations, to make any friends, because every time you log on, there's new people talking. It's like
Yeah,
working
just
in
imagine
fucking-
it's like.
it's like a morgue. It's like different bodies every day, you know? So
Yeah. I mean, I just imagine those are just nothing but a sea of sycophants or something like that.
they are. I was part of the make new friends one, because I didn't want to make new friends, obviously, and it was just like, this is fucking useless.
Well, weren't you trying to like invite Poppy to this?
Yeah!
I could never tell
Yeah.
if you're joking about that.
No,
to be
why wouldn't I
honest.
be? Dude, that seems like a fucking cool idea.
I think VizDev's already VizDead at that point. So
Yeah, but like, what's the big deal? Like, it's Poppy, like proto Belle Delphine.
Yeah, I'm sure
She
she has the
was.
time for.
She was protective studies. Where's protective studies?
I-
Yeah, Poppy was pretty much the because Belle Delphine's like very like oh, I'm so weird, because weird makes clicks. And Poppy was like that to begin with.
Hmm.
Nothing of what Belle's done is original. She just does it the best.
Well, she also has like a porno, I think, and so
She does.
that sets her apart from I think most of the other.
Well, I don't want to get into
entertainers.
fucking. I don't want to get into fucking Bell studies.
Because we're not subscribers. Because
Because we're
we're,
not
we're, we're, we're
subscribers.
not initiated. Yeah.
But what I will say is that I was listening to the Cold Ones podcast today, and she's definitely a very interesting person. But I wouldn't say she's an innovator. She doesn't do anything new, and that's okay.
I just hope she's okay.
I just hope she's all right. You like that
Oh
joke?
my God. Yeah, it's pretty funny in the sense
It's-
that like every time a natural disaster in any part of the world, like Brazilian forest fires, I just
Yeah.
hope Belle Delphine.
I just hope Belle Delphine. That was my fucking joke as well, Joe.
I think so.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that-
you know so. That was my joke to be like.
Well, no. I didn't think it was yours originally, though. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
this was. Oh,
No, no,
all
no.
right.
Yeah.
Original content.
We're in the presence of it.
Of a god.
Yeah.
Somebody post that Xerxes fucking gif. There's a gif of Xerxes. How'd you say his name?
That's how you pronounce it, Xerxes.
Yeah, I think it's
Xerxes?
Xerxes, yeah.
Yeah.
When he's fucking stood on the catwalk looking over his over his empire when he's in his pants. He's raising his arms up. I fucking love that gif. If only to live like that, you know.
Yeah, 300 really says something in the sense that like both Xerxes and the Spartans were just running around in their pants. But in
Right.
Xerxes' case, it's cast as like kind of sus and creepy. But in the Spartans' case, it's like really cool and masculine.
Yeah, it's really weird how that worked out. Actually, yeah. Why is that? Why are Spartans? And it's probably the opposite is true, or maybe not even. I feel like there's a lot of hanky panky going on in Spartan or Roman.
Well, I know that Spartan
military.
women apparently had like a lot of like economic and political influence.
Yeah,
Um,
because they ran the
mainly
state,
because they.
basically.
Well, yeah, but it's
Oh,
like they were also
like-
like sort of not not initiated into the army, so they had the house and estate to manage.
Right, yeah. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird that that was the way it was run. Cause like you kind of think more masculine society equals more patriarchy if patriarchy theory is true. And it doesn't seem that way. It seems.
He
like...
said if, guys. He said if. Be careful. You're gonna get angry. You get angry fucking letters.
Gonna get angry letters.
In pilot episode 1.
Would you like to apologize?
I'm not fucking saying shit. You're the one who said it.
Well, no, I do think it's an interesting
Don't get into it. Don't even touch it. There's certain things you don't touch in these certain things, and you just like the two-state solution and shit like
Oh
that.
my god!
You just go like, yeah, I'm just not touching that
Yeah,
one.
that one I won't touch. That one's a little too close
yeah.
to home.
Yeah.
Especially
You stop.
after Sean's comments. Let's call them just comments.
Yeah.
My
man,
comments on
yikes.
what?
Furry
start-
supremacy.
Start a fucking podcast episode with like the problem with Palestine. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Gotta
Sean, you were
start
doing
off strong. Gotta show them that there's gonna be exciting content. Very exciting. I'm sure that everyone is very tired of hearing about that. Since it's been going
Sean
on.
was lobbying to have Redwall put into the American school system and mandatory furry training camps.
Oh my god.
Isn't Redwall the comic that's oh no, I'm
It's not a
thinking of another
comic.
one. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
No, Redwall was a book about anthropomorphic mice and their little abbey, and
I think you've brought it up before. I think
I
that
brought up.
you-
I grew up on Redwall, and
Yeah,
Redwall
yeah.
almost maybe
Yeah,
I would say didn't succeed. 'Cause I'm too powerful.
the furry propaganda did not penetrate your mind.
I mean, like,
Maybe
and the
'cause
thing
it
is, I was like really into Redwall at the same time I was into Naruto. So I did actually find a sketchbook full of Redwall characters drawn in a slightly anime style. So like I was a proto furry, but
he's a
then
weeb
I
furry.
think Naruto also ruined anime for me. So then I disliked everything vaguely anime for several years. So
I think I was
then
in much in the same position. Yeah.
so
Thanks,
yeah,
Naruto.
that was actually what prevented me from taking the full furry plunge, which is I don't know.
Well, this is the thing is that I think that you become a weeb or something like that, and you become a furry, right? And so you have like these two, you have the two attributes. You're
Identities.
so
The
high
two
powered leveled.
fires.
Yeah, your power level gets too high to manage, and then I think that you're done for good. But if you have one or the other,
Irredeemable, yeah.
yeah, you're. Oh my god, dude, that's such a retarded thing to say.
Hey,
But
Hugo, what's
yeah,
up? How's it going, Hugo?
aren't you not allowed to say the R word on Twitch?
Let's find out.
I
Here we go.
don't
Oh, we've been
know.
saying it the whole time.
I've heard a lot of streamers use it. I haven't like. I think as long as
I know
you're
that
not
Destiny
caught-
used it all the time. I know that Destiny says
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
also
that
says
was,
things like we need like right wing death squads to take out the protesters or something.
The
So he-
protesters.
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
he
wait.
apparently-
Destiny's right wing now? I thought he was.
he's right wing adjacent, I guess.
Yeah, he's right wing adjacent.
That
Yeah,
is
he's like,
very
I'm
difficult
not
to
right
follow
wing.
because
I'm not right wing, but fuck these protesters. I hope they get killed by.
well, wasn't he
Don't
the
say
same
it.
person that got JonTron canceled for his
Yes.
comments about immigration in America or something?
I think it was like Destiny, JonTron, and
Because I can't follow that political arc at all, to be honest.
yeah, it was weird. It was a weird time. JonTron was canceled for I'm not gonna repeat the comments. I feel like I've already
Yeah,
repeated
you'll get banned
too many
for it.
comments there.
You'll take the fucking fall.
Want to talk about Dwarf Fortress?
yeah, it was
that would
a weird
alienate people
time to
more
be
than
alive.
politics would.
Oh,
I think actually right. I think actually genuinely right.
Mm. Well, I mean, the thing is, you can talk about Dwarf Fortress, but the downside is that, like, you know, if it sounds cool to most people, then they just take one look at what the game actually looks like and realize, oh, cool, all those neat stories are completely inaccessible to me.
yeah, it's totally
Because I would have to put in the length of like one college course in order to actually learn how to play.
Yeah, I mean they're doing something about that right now. They have like a user interface.
Yeah,
they're trying to
they have
implement.
graphics now. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. It is a little insane.
That's a Steam edition.
Yes, I actually gave them a little bit of money on Patreon just so I could watch the development a little more closely.
Do they still
not
do
sure.
the crayon rewards? Where
I think
a three-toe would do a crayon drawing or something like that?
or a little story. I don't know.
I don't know if that still happened because I know Three-Toe got married.
think they have-
I think got cancer or something.
They got too much money now to be doing things like that. I think
Yeah.
at some point, I think there was a final Three-Toe story. And I think he said he couldn't actually develop the game anymore because he was just busy doing the crayon rewards, and that was taking up all of his
Yeah,
time.
that was his
at
full-time
point.
job. Effectively.
he's no longer a programmer. He was a full-time artist, but only making
Well, no, I
crayon
don't think
drawings.
Three-Toe actually did any programming. I'm pretty sure his main function was almost like a historical consultant in some sense. Like it's just sort of he came from like a history background and actually had like a major. So that was sort of like, and it does actually give the game like quite a bit of texture, knowing that aspect. But
Well,
no, Three-Toe I don't think actually had much technical know-how. I think he might have done some like QA for Toady.
well, I'm glad that you think it's a podcast because it's just a bunch of us in Discord. They can't see chat, but I'll invite them to chat.
Playing around with the code.
Yeah,
At least
it's-
that's not how he's
basically just
listed
doing
usually.
the,
He's like a consultant, if
storytelling.
anything.
Right? Yeah. He was doing like stories. I remember things like that. I remember reading some of them, the story rewards. Oh, by the way, if you want to join chat, I mean, people aren't like asking you questions now, so.
Are they actually asking
Oh,
questions?
Yeah, they
Right,
they
are
asked.
they-
Well, one person has
How are you
asked.
guys doing?
Are they
at
asking when we'll finally be quiet and
Sean.
let Darnus talk?
You gotta have no. That's I think they're not here for me. They're here
I
for
gotta wait. What
you.
were you gonna say?
Wait.
Where's Link,
I'm gonna
anyways?
go. I'm gonna go. It's
Are
Darnus.
you telling me that I sound like I'm dead? Like
Yeah, you
We're-
sound horrible.
Sound
like you're dying.
Hey,
Not happy to be
question from
here.
Hugo Stonard. How are you guys doing? At first, I thought this was like a podcast on the background. Haha.
I feel
Oh,
like the
God.
satire is it's great. I hope that they realize that it's satire. Not serious.
Sorry, I've just clicked on your I've just clicked on your Twitch.
I mean, if you think about it this way, like most podcasts are just like a bunch of idiots that are just in a call together. Like even if there
Yes.
is a topic that they're supposed to be discussing, it's like it's still just stupid shit. Usually,
Right.
kind of just revolves around like basically stupid anecdotes that they give about I don't know, just like whatever. And
There
so
was-
really, it's
There's only one
I don't know.
podcast that I've seen not do that. It's called Partially Examine Life. It's a philosophy podcast. They actually do like a book reading, and then after that, they kind of discuss it, and they discuss parts of it. It's a really cool format. I'm not suggesting it or anything, but that kind of falls outside of what you're describing. I think is more like Chapo and Cumtown and all of those guys. But yeah, it's accurate. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's a bunch of
town?
guys on a call just being stupid.
yeah. So that's basically what we're doing. So we basically
Yeah.
have a podcast now.
Can
Yeah,
I ask you
technically.
something, Darnus? It says on I've just tuned into your stream and it says Darnus Art, and underneath it Scott Robertson, and then right at the bottom it says, "Hi, my name is Vlad." I'm confused. Is it
What?
Scott? Who's Scott Robertson?
Scott Robertson is a book that I was reading. He's
Right.
an author.
Yeah,
I'm
ain't
sorry.
that
He's
the
an
guy who does
author.
the how to draw comics stuff?
No, he does,
Oh.
nope, didn't
He
get
does.
it. No. Perspective and
yeah,
rendering.
that's not the guy.
That's
Yeah,
the
perspective and
wrong-
rendering. He's a big like I can do industrial design
Hmm.
and like I can draw cool planes and sci-fi trucks.
Yeah, you got it.
And
The
also,
book I was
Darnus,
doing
because
before.
I just joined, I don't see any questions in the chat. So
Not anymore. Yeah, sorry you missed
If-
them. So I guess we're not gonna answer any more questions. Sorry.
no, that's mean. That's mean to whoever.
No, it was
so
just the one
whoever.
question. It was just the one question about.
Jake
how
really
funny it is.
wants.
I like
to
interaction.
be able,
I like
yeah,
interaction.
he feels like he's finally made it, and so he's
Yeah,
just
ask more questions. I'm tuning in now. I like interaction.
Yeah,
I like
definitely
it.
ask. Definitely ask.
I
more
hate-
questions, Hugo.
I hate the idea of somebody just sat there and just like just sat there just being like, this is nice. It's like I have friends, and I'm just
Yeah, sort of.
eavesdropping. I want.
Well,
them
okay. Well,
to
here's
feel.
the thing: is that some people are really good. I think at like solo performances, where I mean they are interacting with chat, right? But they can just kind of come up with shit. I'm not one of those guys. I really need someone there to like riff off of.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like I'm just gonna be like, oh, yeah, this drawing is. See, I'm actually trying to use my brush this way to do this thing, but no one wants to fucking. No one wants to fucking hear
I
that.
feel attacked.
This is why.
Just
This is why I don't.
Fuck you,
Fuck-
Thomas.
fucking
Your
John.
stream fucking
That
sucks.
shade just comes in and fucking sprays
This
all
is
over me.
exactly why I don't tune into Twitch, because I hate watching streamers and they've got like 10 viewers and they're playing like Noita or they're playing like some first person shooter and they're like there's obviously nothing going on in the chat, so they're just going crate. I'm gonna hear okay. Oh wow, what's over here, guys? What's over
Hugo
here?
Stone Art asks, so you are all artists then? Question mark. I am. Darnus is. Jake, I don't know, do you consider yourself an artist? I know you do art.
Any answer I give is going to sound pretentious as
Yeah,
fuck.
it is. Yeah, even saying
Yeah,
I don't like to be an
it's a
artist or
trap.
I am an
It is
artist,
totally a trap.
I am in nowhere near as good as anyone else in this call, but I give it a good go. I think that's pretty much the most humble way I can put it.
There's another element in this call that's not really talking too much, but he does art. I like his sketches.
Job is really good. Job is very good.
I was referring to Ammo. Fuck you. Job's not here anymore.
Oh right, okay. Ammo's good too. Ammo's good. But Ame's expertise are more into geology than art, I would say.
It's an
knows-
open call. I basically have no control over who joins or leaves, and I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was a
So
neat
it's literally
experiment.
someone could like basically photobomb us. They could
Yeah.
like stream bomb us.
We're not,
yeah,
and,
absolutely.
We're not
Yeah, they could come
contractually
in.
obligated to be in this call. And
Yeah.
Darnus hasn't paid us money to be here either, although...
I mean,
money.
that would
Wait,
be
what?
pretty
Not
sad.
making
That
anything
would-
out of this.
Fucking out of here.
That.
I thought you liked podcasts. I thought you wanted to be.
Love
a
it.
podcaster.
Yeah. Don't worry
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
Don't
I,
worry about that.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
we're just-
love being here, Darnus. I just
We're just
love
all having
spending
fun.
time with you.
Hey, you
I'm
invited
your
me.
friend. I'm your friend, genuinely. I love talking to you. I love watching you draw. These are
It's-
things that I would
It's an amazing
do of my own
honor,
volition.
I have to
Okay,
say.
see,
It's
so this
inspiration.
is it's called a return to sincerity. This is the third layer of irony. So 0 would be no irony. 1 would be ironic, where you're stating a false statement, and then 2 would be a return to that sincerity. So Sean is actually serious when he says, "Yeah, I'm very happy to be here." No
Yeah.
irony. Yeah, unless you know him, and then it goes from post irony to meta irony, and then at which case you have no fucking idea what he's really saying. At that point, he just says things.
It's just nonsense. It's literally just babble.
It's
I think
perfect.
that it becomes babble. Where does babble come? Because I think that you have to have like a layer where it's like it's nonsense, but it could be interpreted.
Right.
And then yeah, no, that would be the babble phase where you go beyond interpretable nonsense into babble.
Yeah, I think past meta irony, there's just it either collapses on itself and it goes back to one of the previous
Meta
layers.
irony singularity.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
I
you go to 99 and then you return to 0. You don't go to
Right.
100.
Right, exactly. It
Yeah.
can't just like keep going, and it just adds more irony layers. You're going back to the previous state.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
pretty neat. I like irony. Irony's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. There's this meme where people complain about the lack of sincerity in I don't know, Neo movies. This actually came up the other day in a conversation between, I think it was like Beck, Job, and Jake were present, and I don't know. Jake got really mad because he thought that they were insulting his.
No,
his
I didn't. I
art.
get mad because it's all we fucking talk about every day. We have a Discord call and it's like, right, what do we fucking hate about the MCU today, boys? I get fucking boring.
It definitely does, but it's kind of fun to talk shit. And actually, you know what? It doesn't get boring because I mean, why else would we fucking talking about it?
It doesn't get boring, boys. It doesn't get boring every day, boy. Yeah, fucking
Every fucking day. Yeah. We never noticed.
Fuck
We never
off.
noticed.
Every fucking day.
If you don't notice the repetition, you're complete. You're in the matrix.
Shut the fuck
You're
up.
locked in.
God.
He's in the Matrix.
Every day. He's like, oh, I am actually ascended. I actually know.
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Marvel
I actually am not in the. I'm like Neo. I see
You
the
have
code.
a persona. You're not above me. You
He's-
have a persona.
Oh god.
How do you know that like my persona isn't like an avatar like Neo, or like how like you get represented in the Matrix as like a residual self
Shut
image?
up about the fucking Matrix every day with this.
That's
fucking
me in the
Matrix
Matrix.
shit.
I'm
I
actually
don't care about your fucking Matrix.
Sean,
Enough.
I'm actually my persona in the Matrix.
Sean is broken out of
I'm
reality.
actually no clipping as my persona. I've gone into the game files and put in a .obj of my persona.
definitely
fucking
Mario,
Mario.
a rainy day.
Mario
for me.
jumping up the stairs
I'm
like
definitely
wah,
gonna go with
wah,
the
wah,
Yeah,
wah,
I'm
wah.
yahooing. I'm yahooing in the Matrix.
I've actually persona, and you can see like the eyeballs and like the inside of the teeth and whatnot.
Oh
mean,
God, yeah.
Close to the
Like when someone
model.
gets too close to me, yeah, they start seeing inside my fucking model.
Wow.
It makes sex really awkward.
Hugo Stone Art said, "Would you rather rain, snow, or just a cloudy but threatening day?"
I don't know. I'll take
man,
all
a
three.
cloudy but threatening day where it's like really windy and the trees
That's-
are blowing around. That is the best.
That was
Oh
that
my
was
God, here we go.
That was
Hugo,
yesterday for us.
Hugo, if I'm honest with you, if I can just talk directly to you, Hugo, I don't know I don't know if you're a long time viewer or anything like that. But that sounds very much like a therapist question. That sounds like a
he has
like
a room with special youth. Let's call us.
that sounds like something that you'd ask people to gauge what kind of personality they have. So
Or
I'm not
if
going to
they're
answer.
sane.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the-
too much
that's the-
information. I can't
the
tell you what
Rorschach
sort of
test
weather I
kinda
prefer
question.
because it gives away too much of my.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that. It sounds a little bit too. See, he's trying to deflect. He's like, "That was the change of subject question." Haha. Like fucking like trying to think about what he should ask next. Try and
Yeah,
more
he knows.
subtle
He knows you're
ways.
onto him. He knows. That,
Yeah,
that
he's
you
like,
know.
what? He's like furiously flipping through the fucking Freud therapy book. Like, fucking...
You have to understand
Right.
that occasional cultist has been in and out of psychiatrist's office, so obviously he knows all your
Me?
tricks.
Hey, Spiral.
Spiral might talk. He might not.
I guess it remains to be seen.
It remains to be seen. What am I doing, Central Executive?
But yeah, I mean, you could jump in anytime. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's my Discord or anything. It's
No, it's everyone's Discord.
I like the rule set here. I actually get kicked out of Discords all the time.
Everyone's a fucking admin.
Yeah, Sean invited me to a philosophy Discord once, and I got kicked in like 3 hours.
Oh
like,
yeah. Wait, what
philosophy
did you
was
say?
too
You got
strong.
it. There's this one. What was her name? I fucking don't know.
One cat lady. We'll call her one cat lady. Please don't dox her. Please don't dox her.
I don't know what her name was. I can't remember a lot of
I
people.
I can't remember the little people.
I
Come on,
left that
Sean,
Discord
you know me.
a while ago.
Oh really?
So I can't go back and check
Spiral,
it.
if you're
even if I
talking, we
wanted.
can't hear you.
At least without dedicating some effort.
The guy who ran it was actually on Destiny like recently. I think they were talking about.
Yeah. I actually met him before he invited me to the Discord, and we used to kind of talk a lot more. I don't know. We don't talk as much. Even when he does message me, like I'll be like, oh yeah, do you want to talk more? Do you want to? And he just kind of is just like, you know, like he'll
Sorry,
message
I
me.
talk with Destiny
It's like,
now. I don't have time.
yeah.
For this, Sean. Sorry,
Yeah, so I don't know, but he did recently message me. He was like, "Hey, look at this stuff I'm setting up for my new D&D campaign that I'm running." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And I actually no, I didn't respond at all. That was my point. But then I, you know, pretended that I did without even realizing, just intuitively. That's how I would have responded if I did respond. But I didn't respond, and so now maybe I'm the asshole. But you know, whatever. I could still message him whenever. And it would
Anyway,
probably be fine.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right.
But-
I get banned from Discords all the time, and I think my record was the philosophy chat. They did not enjoy me taking the piss out of their icons. They were not very happy about it. I think I led the conversation with Max Stirner solved philosophy ages ago, and that was the bait that reeled them in. They could not ignore that. They were like, solve philosophy? What do you mean? There's no final interpretation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so basically, you know, you're banned for being insincere. Basically, you're
Yeah,
banned
which is
because you're
bullshit.
insincere. There's supposed insincerity, let's say, right? And you know, because of that, you're a piece of shit and fuck you.
No
And
irony allowed.
yeah, I don't know. I'd say that if I wanted to have like a Discord where everyone is 100% serious about everything that we're discussing, it's like, okay, sure, you can have that. So yeah, you would be an enemy of the state, basically, and I would ban your ass. I would ban you fast and hard.
I would ban you so hard.
Yeah.
I
it'd be a
I
bad
can't do
ban.
a Trump impression. I really want to be able to do.
I
a
would
Trump.
ban you so hard and so quickly your head
ban
would
you
spin. It'd be
so hard.
crazy.
I'm one of the best bangers, I've been told
You
by a lot of
know-
people.
You know,
A lot of
I kind
people
of
tell
got
me
famous
this.
for banning people in real life. It's called firing them. I had this catchphrase. It was I would say, "You're fired," and they would be fired. And it basically
Fired.
is equivalent to being banned.
But in real life, and you lose money.
Oof.
Sometimes when Trump talks, it sounds like he's congested, and he's kind of like
Yeah, he
trying to
does.
clear up his He's trying to clear up his congestion as he talks.
That's how I do my bad impression of him. I close my nose and I just talk out of my mouth and I move my hands. It's a lot better in person because I move the hands and I do all the signs and it people like it. I've been told.
He does what I like to
Incantations.
call Muppet hands.
Also, I just realized I forgot I was on push to talk, so I was doing my Trump impersonation to myself.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah, he does
incredibly-
it does a thing called Muppet hands.
Oh fuck! I forgot to cook food.
Which
God
is
damn it.
where, and if people at home want to do this too, if people watching want to try out the Muppet hands, basically you hold your hands out in front of you as
One
if you're doing
second.
the robot.
Please,
right?
1 second. Okay, no racial slurs. I'm gonna be right back. And then,
It's fine. Like,
Awesome.
imagine you're whilst he's gone, I'll teach you guys how to do Muppet hands. Like
Sorry, Cat. I got. guys still here? Well, I didn't deafen. Did I deafen? What happened? I can't hear it. I think. Oh, I know what happened. I did not deafen. I just stepped on my microphone, or I stepped on my audio device, and when that happens, it switches to another audio device, and then it stops playing for both me and for the viewers. Here, I could kind of show you what that looks like.
Oh, they didn't hear. Oh, they didn't hear.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I accidentally muted you guys by just taking out the headphones. Real sorry.
Oh, thank God for that.
What did you do?
Oh, we
Oh,
really we got
man.
into some deep stuff.
Jacob, man, he nearly
Oof.
watched it for.
I'm kind of
'Cause
happy
Ammo-
that happened.
Ammo
Apparently.
came in. He said, "Listen, this is my problem with the LGBT." And I said,
Oh my
"Ammo,
God.
help yourself."
Here we go.
I said, "Ammo, hold thy tongue." He said, "No, I've been meaning to say this for years."
That's the surefire way to get banned nowadays, I guess. I don't know. I'm just happy you guys are sticking around, and
Hell yeah! Well done, chat.
Well, actually, that being said, it's like fucking 2:30 now, and I've spent like pretty much the first 4 hours of my day just kind of fucking lounging. So
I mean, that's
What's wrong
all I
with
do
that?
anyway. So
What's wrong with that?
welcome to the club.
yeah. what's wrong with
I've
that
been
shit?
trying to not do that, and I don't know. I've been not doing that, but today I guess.
What do you usually do?
You are so hard on
I
you are
usually
so-
the past
Sweetie?
couple of days I've been getting up and drawing.
Sweetie, honey,
work with
baby.
us, man. I'm doing it. You can do it. I believe in you, Sean. Let's see.
I'm
some-
not okay. Look, I can already like barely like, you know,
Honey?
if I'm multitasking with anything, I'm not gonna be able to like be in your stream and like talk and fucking participate in whatever the banter is about while also drawing
honey,
myself.
sweetie.
Honey, one step at a time,
boy.
baby. Baby, post, baby,
Baby,
relax.
baby, post, baby,
Post it off. Fucking clip.
Oh fuck. Maybe
Sweetie, you
maybe
are
you
so tough on yourself.
said some not so charitable things
Things.
about the.
Oh my God. Oh, I love that clip, man. Oh,
Sean, come on, you gotta be nice to yourself.
They call me Tony Two. Not Tony.
I knew it.
Nah.
Tony two
and two something.
genders.
I knew it.
Tony
call me,
Simperelli.
They call me Tony Asbestos.
They call me Tony Two Layer because that's all I need.
Two layers.
I only need 2 layers, and I'll lay it on you.
And one of them's just the paper.
Oh my God. Yeah, that clip is.
Yeah, we can't do the
best.
real bit. We have to
Yeah.
do the PG version.
Yeah, obviously, this isn't YouTube. You can't do things. Like
Yeah,
that on
you
Twitch.
can't go. Yeah. Again, I feel like it wouldn't actually matter. Like again, like I think you need at least like 20 or 30 viewers to be cancelable.
Yikes! That's true.
That's gonna be a yikes.
That's gonna be
That's
yikes.
gonna be
That's
a
gonna be a
from me,
yikes
dog.
from me.
Oh, I love that bit. But yeah. I mean, come on, Sean. Just put us in the background then. Just
Relax.
relax.
Yeah,
Do some
chat,
drawing,
just
man.
chill out.
Relax.
I
If
don't
you
wanna-
say something racist, you say something racist.
You know what just happens sometimes? We're all friends here. We don't really.
Whoa,
If
whoa.
you say
really actually
something
mean what we say.
transphobic, you say something transphobic. Bada bing, bada boom. Let bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Your mother
God.
would be heartbroken to hear you saying such crap, Mikey.
Your brother,
God.
you gotta talk about your brother. I can't do it. It's not about
Yeah. Don't.
Not Italian enough.
It's funnier. It's kind of funnier to talk about like what you shouldn't say and to kind of like just kind of suggest like things that you shouldn't say than to actually
Describe
say them. I
the
actually
thing
think
by
that's a
not
better.
describing it.
Yeah. I think it's I think that kind of form of humor is funnier
Yeah, that's
than
what
to
satire-
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, than to actually say it.
Or you say it, but you're in this meta irony where you're not saying it. You're only saying it to kind of describe a person that would say it, but you're actually just playing a character, and at that point,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
get
yeah.
away with it.
I kind of like that. I mean, but it can get too obvious. Like, I don't like the whole like like soy boy kind of whatever thing, because it's just like it's just way too easy. It's not even it's not even a funny archetype, because it's
Yeah.
already just kind of like it's almost like I'm gonna dab on you for being like a little like baby idiot or something like that. And I'm just like I don't know. It's just not creative. It's not funny.
Yeah,
I
Vosh.
like I like the Italian mobsters
Oh, yeah, for
going
sure.
going on Twitter and erasing people that they don't like. I think it's a lot funnier. And I can't tell you why. It's just funny.
It's close.
Uh,
Is it closer
It's
to
just
your?
what can I say? I don't know I don't know why I think it's funny, but I
But
really
you
like the
clearly
character.
do.
Oh my
Um
God.
I don't know. I think that there are other. I think it's just like, yeah, like what makes a character a good character? Like what makes a character a funny character? I don't know. I don't know these things. I know it when I see it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You got good intuition.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know what I think in a nutshell. What makes good art? I know it when I see it.
You
Yeah, that's
killed
how I
my
operate.
father. What was it?
But then
Sammy
again, I'm a
Sosa.
really bad artist in the sense that I don't fucking flip my canvas. I'm just like, yeah, well, I'm just a conduit for the fucking message, all right? You don't ask me about it. When it arrives, it arrives. When it's done, all right? That's
I
how
do
it
actually
goes.
believe in the muses. I actually think that they're real. And therefore I don't know, that's I guess my that's my metaphysics for art, is the muses are real.
Yeah, it explains so much with so little. You know,
Yeah.
if the muses
For those
are
at home
real,
who
then-
don't know the muses, do you want to explain what the muses are?
Yeah, so in Greek mythology, the muses are a series of figures that it's not just because artists are also described to embody the voices of the gods that aren't necessarily the muses themselves, but like for example, I think in the Odyssey there is a blind I don't know what instrument he plays. I think it's stringed, almost like a lute, but I don't want
maybe
to
a
call it a
lyre.
lute
It's always
because
a
it
lyre
wouldn't.
with the Greeks. They
Yeah,
love their
yeah.
fucking
So I'll
lyres.
just a lyre player, and he was, he's blind, and yet, he's described to embody the voice of Athena, which I think is also supposed to, describe like her. I don't know, almost like the people are going to listen to Odysseus because Odysseus's godly companion is Athena. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not really interested in doing an analysis.
John,
But yeah,
John,
what?
are you going
What?
to answer the? Are you going to answer the question?
No, no.
I kind of like to drone on. That's kind of my thing. Is I
Yeah,
like
he
to
does.
drone.
Also, look who
Carry
just
on.
Jacob, did you see what I sent you
You
on
do the New
Facebook?
Yorker accent, and look who shows up.
You weren't
Yeah.
being succinct.
Let me have a look.
You weren't being succinct.
You guys want to hear about
Should've-
this? My coworker.
Yeah, let's hear it.
My coworker's on. His job had like a Zoom call for a costume competition.
Oh no!
Someone ordered their full
already off
furry
to a great start.
costume on a Zoom call,
Oh,
and people were like, "Haha, nice!" And I'm like, I wonder how many people actually understand what the furry costume.
Oh my
Wait, was
God.
there a? This is more important. Now I don't have to answer the question.
It's a corporate company. It's not even like a small It's like it's a big company, and he's in the IT department. But
oh well, of course he is.
Yeah, where else would the furry work? Oh my
no,
God.
I don't know if the furry was also in the IT department, but my friend is. I don't know if it was an IT only costume party or a company wide one, but I'd be pretty old if I saw my coworker show up to anything.
I would be
Even
That's
as a
hyped.
nice to see.
furry.
Be like, hey, so
I-
does it get kind of hot in that costume sometimes? Can you tell me about that?
No, there's a back flap over here for air.
No, I've got a cooling fan built into the head.
No.
I
fully
want to
motorized.
hear more about his back flap.
Of course you fucking do.
Of course
Oh my
I do.
God. Do you feel like some furries ruin it for the rest of you people?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really like. you know, if that was really the case, like if I actually felt that way, I would be constantly angry every day. And
Sean, I
Or
think you
going on a
ruined it for
shooting
the furry.
spree. Yeah,
why do I ruin it?
I don't know.
just being you. I
What's the
guess.
minimum? What's the minimum amount of furry that you could wear and still be called a furry? Like a mask, or maybe gloves? Would that be considered? Like, what's the? Could you be minimalist furry?
Yeah, I've seen people do it. Like, seen people like wear like just like masks only or paws only or some stupid shit like that.
What about
I don't know.
cat ears
I don't really find.
Why would you
appealing
teeter like the edge of it? You might as well, like, if you're gonna do
in
it, you might as well
general?
just fucking wear the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well,
so
maybe you're furry curious. You know.
Maybe I'm furious. Maybe I'm just absolutely
Furious.
fucking furious. You fucking you go between either fur curious or furious. Those are the two modes.
Oh my god. We're treading deep
What a
waters
fucking
here.
statement.
The furry oscillation. The oscillation of all furries.
Gosh.
Or you're just a furry and you just don't know it.
You're in or you're out, Spider-Man.
That's the real magic trick is when you're able to convince someone that they're a furry and they don't even know it.
Just compartmentalize like fully. You have just
Yeah,
separate
that's
identities.
how people convert you. Is you actually had this inside you the whole time, and we just had to tell you.
You have two wolves inside you.
What is
I
gay?
bet you. Unironically, I
The
bet
other
you
is
some
gay.
think that.
You
I
are
bet
gay.
you
Think what?
that you've been a furry this whole time, and we just awakened you, like the fucking Matrix, which is another thing that Sean won't shut the fuck up about.
I like mentioning it now because Jake gets so mad every time I.
It's because it's the only metaphor you know.
You know, yeah.
I mean,
Plato's
clearly,
cave,
I'm talking
copied.
to you. Clearly, I'm using other metaphors.
The Matrix is actually, you know, copied and plagiarized by Plato when he wrote about Plato's cave. That was, you know, the Wojcicki's. They,
The
that's why they
Wachowskis were
transitioned-
the
I thought it was
were
the
the original
Wojcicki's. It
no,
sounds
not
more
the
Jewish.
Wojcicki's.
The Wichikatkis.
That sounds too native.
Wachowski.
Native which, oh fuck, I can't. I don't know Native American names.
Could be it. Might not.
We're on
but yeah,
we're on Twitch, by the way, Art. We're actually on Twitch right now.
Oh fuck! Hitler did nothing wrong.
I can't say that.
XD. That's probably the most tame thing that you could say. That's like
Yeah,
that's
possibly.
like
Don't push
like
him.
fake offense.
He's
Don't
gonna
push
try
him.
again.
He's gonna try again. I'm just like.
What'd you say, Sean? You say that I would find that offensive? Is that what you said?
No, I said that's fake offensive, not
Oh,
Jake
right.
offensive.
I was like, fucking hell.
Now he's getting into a state where he's like he feels like he's got to defend himself. So when
Yeah,
he hears
yeah.
me talk, he hears his name.
Ah!
You took
Fucking
away his
charging up.
cred. You took away
Yeah.
his it's called his power level.
Every all the world is becoming me, and I'm the one that I don't know is there's no need to be upset.
Sean,
Yes.
do not become my Sinestro. You won't get that because you don't read comics.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck a Sinestro is. I'm assuming it's a weird villain. I kind of imagine. Does he wear purple?
Yes.
Oh no.
No.
No wait, no, that's from the Incredibles. I just
Purple
remembered.
skin.
That's the fucking Incredibles. That's right.
Maybe
No,
that's-
you're my
purple.
Sinestro. You're my
What?
Sinestro. I'm Mr. Incredible.
You're thinking this syndrome.
Oh, Syndro. I thought his name was Sinestro.
Yeah, Sinestro is from the X-Men comics. He's
No.
a
No, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. I don't know. I had the X-Men cards.
What
and
the
he came as
fuck?
an
I can't.
X-Men
Okay,
card.
these. Yeah, okay.
He does wear
that-
purple though. He has purple hair and also like little wings. that
Let me
come out of his
look.
body.
Let me look.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's the
okay.
one.
Nestro? Wait, Sinestro.
It's kind of wild. There was like trading cards for X-Men, and I didn't actually like watch any of the shows, so I didn't really get any of the lore.
He's the purple mustache guy. I kind of like him actually. I don't really like I don't know superhero designs or comic book designs, but I don't know. He has this sort of like kind of mustache twirling villain, but he's in a superhero costume.
Who's Sinestro? I think he's
Yeah.
Design. Yeah, it's a good design. For sure.
He's got a fat forehead though.
Hell yeah, brother. That's how you know that he's the right guy for the he's he's like the big brain guy. Did you wait, Darnus, were you around when I was streaming yesterday? Yeah, you were, right?
I was, I think, for a long period of time, but not for all of it.
Yeah,
'cause I had to go-
I drew the weird
Yes.
fucking goblin,
Yeah, that
Gretchen
was a dope goblin.
Greenland. And then
I
after
would
that
call it-
I drew the big brain guy. I think that was around the time that you left.
Yeah, I had to go. Had to
Yeah.
be out.
My people need me.
Yeah, I think I
Really?
had to play CS:GO or something. I have like a thing going where we do CS:GO on some days. And it's pretty fun.
Who do you play
I'm
with?
Real cool,
I'm
man.
not very good at it, but it's kind of fun to just
Man, I don't know.
CS,
You're shit on you.
CS Sundays.
yeah, basically.
Who do you play it with?
They go to the other high school. I'm sorry, Sean, you don't know them. It's a bunch of
Wow.
other guys.
There's a child in here.
a child. What? A child?
You're in
Mommy.
high school.
No. That was. Have you
That
never
was
heard
a joke.
You never heard
That was a joke.
Hey, I'm trying to post the explanation here. I'm trying to explain some jokes here.
So you
You're
see,
getting in my way.
the reason the joke works is because your friend groups are usually restricted to the school that you go to.
Right, and then usually it's not a friend group; it's a girlfriend. Oh, you don't know her? She goes to the other school, is what you would usually hear. And I think I've just ruined the whole joke. I love killing jokes.
Oh, you
I
guys
interpreted it as a
and that
fact
was
for a
on
better
purpose.
that
girlfriend.
might be the greatest explanation for something I've ever heard in my life.
I didn't detect a hint of sarcasm in that.
So when are you guys gonna kill yourselves?
Never.
Never.
Yeah,
We're here to torment you.
we're gonna live forever.
We're here to torment you.
We're gonna live forever and annoy the shit out of you.
That's why.
Nothing truly annoys me, Sean. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Oh, he's so edgy. He's
You
an
say,
edgy boy.
He's an edgy boy. Look at him. He's so edgy. Shut the fuck up.
That's
So
when you know you
bad.
got him. That's when you know you fucking got him.
He's seething now. He's seething.
He's
Coke.
red. He's blood red.
Yeah, Art actually. Art, you don't want to fuck with Art. He actually recovered from coronavirus.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
He
invincible.
took it. He took it
Now
on the
nothing
chin.
can stop me,
Yeah, there you go.
except for Hitler.
You gotta.
But you guys
yeah.
made him kill himself, so you're fucked. The only way to stop me.
I kind of
is
want to
go
tell
back
you
in
to
time
get
and save
cancer and
Hitler.
not win your fight with it, but I feel like that would probably get me banned on Twitch, so I'm not gonna say that.
Yeesh.
Wait, is this actually being streamed on Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So embarrassing.
I've said worse.
Yeah,
How
probably.
embarrassing.
I mean, I haven't heard anything bannable yet, so I'm not even gonna delete the VOD at this point. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to get you banned. I'll play
Please don't.
music over my microphone, and then you'll get DMCA banned.
I mean, that won't.
I mean, you
That-
know, you
I
could just
usually just
mute
play
you,
music.
and you would have like probably.
Yeah, if you do say something
How much do you have to like play for it to be?
I'm pretty sure
a
like, a
problem.
second is enough.
I don't. I mean, I used to play music all the time. I don't know if anything has changed in the past like
So
month.
the DMCA rules haven't really changed, but Twitch is now getting like notices about it. So what they did was they removed all VODs or footage that had DMCA strikes on it, and then they said we removed everything that has current strikes currently. Anything else that comes up or anything that exists and gets striked from here on out is on you, which is basically go fuck yourself. We did some semblance of work, and now it's all on you.
But so the way it works on YouTube is that usually you share the copyright. I don't know. You share money with the owner of the original copyright, and usually they let you keep your stuff up. Is it going to be like a ban on Twitch? Is that?
No, you're probably just gonna have to pay money for using shit.
Oh.
The easiest way to get around it is to immediately stop playing DMCA music and then delete all your VODs and clips.
Okay.
in the entire history of your channel, basically. But yeah,
I don't have any VODs, thankfully. So.
I'm just saying in general for streamers.
Very interesting. I didn't hear about that actually. I've been.
They just
haven't-
emailed everyone a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I was busy. I just got a new job, so I'm kind of.
So they had sent stuff out saying like, "Hey, this is happening, and you might want to stop playing music, I guess." But then they were like, "We removed everything that currently has strikes against it, and now you're on your own, basically." And it's like,
it's
thanks.
bannable. I believe at least a temp ban and
You
a
know,
warning.
you know what Facebook does if you stream DMCA music?
No idea.
They instantly cut out your stream and don't even tell you.
shadow ban. Wow,
like
pretty dope.
I know someone that streamed on Facebook and he would play like music through Spotify, and if a DMCA song would come on, his stream would just end and he would have no idea.
Hey guys, I just I can't play music anymore, so I think we're gonna make this a permanent thing. Unless
So you have to play like copyright free Monster Cat. You can pay like for the rights to play Monster Cat shit, and
I guess
a lot of celebrities are now coming out. A lot of musicians or groups that own their music are coming out and saying, "Hey, you can use my music for whatever you want." So like, haha, play our shit. We don't give a fuck. Because this is becoming such a big thing for content creators.
I'm gonna dip out. Yeah, sorry, dude. I can't keep sitting here. I gotta get up.
Just having too much fun, Sean. You're just having too much fun. That's the problem.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not fucking ready.
All right, man. Well, thanks for.
All right. Well,
jumping into Discord.
yeah, for sure, dude. I'll be around later. Take it easy.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean. I'll miss you. I won't miss him.
Oh, you got him.
Got him good.
And don't mess with music at all on stream anymore. Haha. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing the music thing anymore. I used to think like, hey, what's the worst they could do? Demonetize.
Yeah, you're better off just not or just playing the like copyright free music.
That is so interesting because I was planning to play music today, but then I just kind of sat here with you guys and I thought the conversation was kind of interesting. So I was like, hey.
Yeah, well. He's using us. He's using us.
Yes, I'm using you as a means to
I'm going to DMCA strike you for my voice.
Use people as a means to an end. I think that was the quote from one of them. One of the Greeks. I always confuse them. It doesn't matter.
I hate the Greeks.
Why?
Why not?
They're dead for one thing. It's kind of a waste of energy.
All the Greeks are dead?
Yeah.
Well, the nation of Greece? The nation of Greece?
The ancient Greeks.
Well, you didn't say ancient, and
ancient Greeks. Anyone who refers to the Greeks. I guess you could say that I debated you.
Well, I know some Greek people, guys, and listen to me. They're not the best.
I just had a gyros.
You had a
heroes?
When I go there, though, I'd say gyro because they're American, and I think they would.
Yo, give me a gyro.
Yeah, I think they would not appreciate my my poor imitations of the Greek language. So
I dated a Greek woman and I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy my experience.
I'm gonna tell Rula you said that.
I don't give a fuck.
Rula, Jacob said Greek people suck.
If Rula wants to date me to
she's engaged again, but sure.
What?
She's engaged again.
Again.
Yeah. Wow. You guys have a
well, she didn't get married the first time around. I think. Well, she had something happened with her heart.
Right.
She had like a midlife like realization, like I don't want to marry this guy. Like right after, she broke it off after. Like she was in the hospital and shit, and like was missing a piece of her heart or some shit that they figured out.
Yikes!
And she went up to him and she was like, "That piece of my heart that I'm missing was the piece that belonged to you, and it's over."
Lol.
Wow, that's the worst way to break up with someone.
Fucking terrible.
Hey, you're the reason I had a heart attack. Fuck you.
Yeah, like she was having. I don't know if she like fainted or passed out or anything like that, but I think it was like messing with her. I can't remember, but this was fucking like 3 or 4 years ago. Now she's engaged to I think actually a Greek guy. Actually, he might be. I don't fucking know. Like the other guy she was engaged to was cool, but kind of a weird dude that's really into hip hop and big areolas.
Was that the one who wanted to be on his album?
No, that was her friend's.
Oh,
Or they-
I should have done that. I should have been on the album.
That would have been fucking fantastic to have in your like resume or repertoire of like things
Right?
you've done in history. Like
Of
80-year-old Jacob talking to fucking his grandkids. Like back in my day, I went to New York City.
I went to New York City.
And I rapped on a rap album, and here it is.
Oh my god, British rappers.
Should have been on
though.
that.
Holy shit.
They wanted him on the album just because they thought it'd be funny to have a British guy on the album.
It is funny because British rap. No, that was the whole.
Well, the accent. They just thought it was funny, like
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Oh, well.
And do you know what else? Do you know what is actually fucking kicking off right now? Like it's actually doing really well. Is Irish rap. The Irish,
Oh my god.
Irish
Yeah,
have really good rap scene.
Really,
Really good. Genuinely.
I have not heard.
dude. I
the
can
Irish
never
rap.
understand them or the Scottish.
Yeah, because the Irish talk so fast, so naturally rap is going to make
It's
sense.
not. It's not how fast they're talking. Trust me.
It's
It's-
yeah, it's
it's
the
the
way
accent.
they're not using words correctly. I think that makes them a little bit more
Mm.
confusing than other people.
Hugo Stone said the main reason I don't share a bus seat, with any African Americans. I don't know if I
God,
should
no,
read the rest
stop.
of it, but Hugo, I don't know if you should be like vocalizing opinions on other races so flagrantly on Twitch.
Wait, someone said
um,
that in your chat?
No,
Yeah. They're saying that in
no,
chat.
he
Yeah,
did not
Hugo-
say that. No,
Hugo, she said that,
no,
which is-
no, no.
Can we
You
get a
have
ban
to.
on that guy? Can we get a ban real quick?
You
Can we
gotta-
get a ban on
join-
Hugo, please, for that? Because
You have to
it
join
makes
the
me
stream
feel
to
uncomfortable.
see
for
this. Oh my god, this is terrible. Yeah, this is.
Guys, I'm really into flannel lately. Is that
Yeah?
bad? Yeah,
Legit?
yeah. I think it's a nice layer to throw on top of a t-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and it's comfortable, and I like how it looks.
What pattern?
I
Hands,
like
dudes,
the
blades?
bigger patterns. I don't know the names of all.
Right,
of them.
yeah.
I know there's one pattern that's like the iconic one. That's one of the bigger ones.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so
And
sorry.
I like the
Hugo.
more big
I'm so
spaced
sorry.
out ones rather than like the repetitive smaller patterns that like cross more.
I have
Yeah.
to apologize for
Sure.
my friend. He's a bit of a cunt. I haven't really. I don't know him that well, but I can already tell. We're gonna be the best of friends for sure.
Me? I don't do anything.
Who's gonna be good friends? I don't have any friends.
He's out
Can't-
here apologizing for something that he didn't do.
Yeah, I never apologize for anything I do, but if you do it, I
Right.
have to apologize. I feel like I'm responsible somehow, even though I'm not. Which is terrible. I feel like that's.
I'm
even
only
worse.
joking. I'm only joking.
Only
I'm
joking, mate.
I'm joking. I genuinely. Hugo, don't leave, please. Your valued membership. I feel really bad now. I feel really terrible.
Well.
I don't.
I'm actually gonna peace out here because it is time for me to eat. But you guys have been a blast. Thank you for doing
Thank
this
you.
Discord thing. I appreciate you guys.
Tell your mom I said hi.
I will. I'll pass
Oof.
that along.
He got you there, buddy. He got you there.
Yeah, thank you for coming by, watching this. If you enjoyed it, I hope you did it. No, I'm kidding. I think it was fun. I think it was a fun little experiment. And yeah,